foreign ministers, foreign secretaries, and all the excellencies from the observing nations. I am thrilled and I feel very privileged to be commencing the BLA Model SAARC Summit. So for the formal commencement of the summit, I would like to request the chairing president of the country, Nepal, to formally commence the summit. Thank you.
The Honorable Angela Patel, PM of Islamic Republic of Afghanistan, the Honorable Ushin Kodal, Prime Minister of People's Republic of Bangladesh, the Right Honorable Rajita Thapa, Prime Minister of Bhutan, the Honorable Vipana Kumar, Prime Minister of India, the Honorable Ashika Giri, Prime Minister of the Republic of Maldives, the Right Honorable Manisha Rai, Prime Minister of Nepal, the Honorable Sania Badu, Prime Minister of the Islamic Republic of Pakistan, and the Honorable Deepa Rai, Prime Minister of the Democratic Socialist Republic of Sri Lanka, along with distinguished foreign secretaries and ministers. Our SAARC Secretary General, His Excellency Mr. Saksham Acharya, Director General, His Excellency Mr. Pravin Nepal, and Chief of Protocols, His Excellency Mr. Samir Podal. It is a profound honor to welcome you all to the first BLA SAARC Summit, a momentous gathering dedicated to fostering regional cooperation and deepening our ties. As we unite under the theme of enhancing regional trade and connectivity, we have an unparalleled opportunity to chart a path that will enhance prosperity and regional integration across South Asia. This summit stands as a testament to our shared vision of a more connected and prosperous region. Our discussions over the coming days will not only focus on trade, but also on the vital infrastructure partnerships and networks that will allow our countries to thrive together. Let this summit serve as a foundation for a more interconnected future where goods, services, and ideas flow freely, elevating the livelihoods of all people. I extend my heartfelt thanks to each of you for your dedication to this important cause. I look forward to fruitful discussions and meaningful outcomes that will shape our shared future. And with this, I declare the formal commencement of first BLA SAARC Summit.
Formal commencement of the BLA SAARC Summit 2024. The DIAS panel would like to begin the committee session. The Secretariat panel of the BLA Model SAARC Summit would like to request the honorable delegates to please raise a motion to start the inaugural address. Sorry, delegates. So the Secretariat panel would like to request all the delegations to raise a motion to start the roll call.
Start a motion to commence the roll call.
Thank you, delegate.
Present and voting.
Delegate of Sri Lanka.
Present and voting.
Thank you, delegates. So the Secretariat panel will now be taking the motions for inaugural address. Delegates, are there any points or motions on the floor?
The Prime Minister of the Delegation of Pakistan would like to start a motion to start the inaugural address.
With the prior permission of us, the Prime Minister of the Delegation of Afghanistan would like to start his speech. Afghanistan is a country located in South Asia known for its mountainous terrain and strategic location. Afghanistan is bordered by 6 countries: China, Iran, Pakistan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, and Uzbekistan. Unfortunately, Afghanistan has been deeply affected by terrorism for decades. Afghanistan is a landlocked country with rock mountains, glaciers, and fertile valleys. The Hindu Kush mountain range runs through the country, making it difficult to access many resources. Afghanistan is located at the crossroads of South Asia. Afghanistan has rich cultural heritage influenced by various civilizations, including Persian, Greek, and Indian. It was an important center of Silk Road trade route. The country is home to diverse ethnic groups like Muslims, Tajik, Hazars, and Uzbeks. Afghanistan economy has been severely impacted by the years of war and instability. Afghanistan remains the backbone with crops like wheat, fruits, and opium being significant. The country also has rich minerals resources like copper, iron, and lithium. Moving towards legal and policy framework. Afghanistan legal and policy framework has undergone several changes after established a constitution in 2004 which aimed to provide democratic governance, human rights, and development.
Programs, counter-terrorism initiatives. Afghanistan has been at the center of international effort to combat terrorism and terrorism. NATO and Afghan forces have proved to dismantle terrorist network and stabilize the country. Rehabilitation program. ECOP has begun to rehabilitate former military and integrate them into society through vocational training and education. Humanitarian aid. International organization has promoted humanitarian aid to support the country developing focusing on education, healthcare, and rebuilding infrastructure. Now let's talk about current education state. Education in Afghanistan has faced significant challenges due to the conflict. During Taliban rules 1996 to 2001, girls were largely barred from the education. Post 2001, there was significant program in removing school, increasing enrollment and spaces for girls, including education and improving opportunity. Now let's talk about vision for the future. The future of Afghanistan is uncertain, but hope possibility for peace and development if certain conditions are met. Inclusive governance, building a governance that reaches all ethnic groups and promote national unity is key.
Firstly, starting with past condition. Past condition in Afghanistan. The roots of terrorism in Afghanistan can be traced back to the Soviet invasion. This conflict transformed the country into the battleground with various Afghan groups receiving support from countries like United States, Saudi Arabia, and Pakistan. These groups fought against the sovereign, and after the sovereign withdrawal, Afghanistan was left with abundance of power and a power vacuum. Now moving to present condition, Taliban returned to power. After years of insurgency, Taliban regained control of Afghanistan on August 2021, while they now govern most of the country. The return has not ended terrorism. Instead, the situation remains complex with new challenges. Its access to resources needed to combat terrorism effectively. Human rights and governance issues. The Taliban hardline governance, particularly in restricting women's rights and freedom of speech, has led to widespread disconnect and resistance, potentially fueling further unrest and insurgency. Thank you.
Moving forward, we would like to request the delegation of Bangladesh to please proceed forwards to minutes. Thank you.
Bangladesh is a country in South Asia located at the Bay of Bengal, border by India and on all sides except small border with Myanmar. Bangladesh transportation system is essential for connecting good people across the country. With over 160 million people, the transportation network is critical for combating trade and economic growth. Let's move on to geographical features. Bangladesh is a low-lying country with numerous rivers making water transport vital. The presence of rivers often requires bridges and ferries. The key geographical features of Bangladesh are delta plains, hills and mountains, coastal oceans, forests, etc. The rainy season and frequent flood also affect transportation infrastructure, causing damage and delays. Let's move on to history and culture. Historically, the water transport has been the backbone of Bangladesh. The country extensive rivers was the primary means of moving goods and people. Rickshaw, bicycles, and boat are iconic forms of transportation and are still used widely today. Let's move on to economy. Transportation play a crucial role in agriculture areas, industrial hubs, and ports. Efficient transportation is essential for the country's booming textile industry, which depends on moving goods quickly from factories to port. Let's move on to legal and policy framework. The government of Bangladesh has implemented various policies to improve transportation. National Transportation Policy and to develop an integrated and sustainable transportation system. Road safety policy focuses on reducing accidents and improving traffic management. Public-private partnership encourage private investment in developing roads, bridges, and other infrastructure. Let's move on road policies and programs. Bhutan Bridge Project, a major infrastructure project connecting the southwest region to the capital Dhaka, reducing time travel and boosting trade. Dhaka Metro Rail Project, a new urban rail system aimed at reducing traffic congestion in Dhaka. River declaring programs, ongoing efforts to maintain navigable waterways for cargo and passenger boat.
Expansion of road networks. Over the past few decades, Bangladesh has seen a significant expansion in its road infrastructure. Highways according to major cities, urban roads have improved through traffic congestion remains a several problem. Modernization of railways. Railway system has upgraded with investments in new trains, tracks and ferry services. Continued importance of waterways. Despite the growth in roads and rail transport, waterways plays a crucial role, especially while transporting goods like agricultural products and heavy cargo. Urban transport crisis. Urban areas, particularly Dhaka, face severe traffic congestion due to rapidly growing population and increased vehicle use. Technological advances. The transportation system has improved with digital technology such as ride-sharing apps and automated ticketing for buses and trains. Comparing the past and the present, infrastructure improvements. The present transportation system is far more better than in the past. However, the pace of development still struggles to keep up with the rapidly growing population and urbanization. Traditional to modern transport. While traditional modes like rickshaws and boats are still present, they are now complemented by motor vehicles, buses and cars. The use of motor vehicles and cars and buses are increased, transforming the transport landscapes, especially in cities.
Moving forward, the Secretariat panel would like to request the Delegation of India to please proceed forwards for the inaugural address. Delegation of India, you have the floor for 10 minutes.
With the power permission, the head of the Prime Minister of Delegation India would like to start the speech. India is the world's most populous country with over 1.4 billion people. Managing a such large country is crucial for the country development as it impacts health resources and education and the economy. Population management refers to the strategies, policies aimed at balancing population growth. Now moving to onwards, geographical features. Geographical features. India includes mountains, plains, desert, and coastal area where people live, including northern states like Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, while regions like Himalayan states have lower population dense. The climate, land, and resources differ across the regions which affect population distribution and the success of population management strategies. Now moving towards history and culture. India has a rich history culture shaped by various peoples, religions, tradition. Family is high valued and having many children is common for one. Over time, the government and social organizations being promoting smaller family size as way to improving living standard and reduce the poverty. Economy. India is rapidly growing economy, but large population create a challenge like unemployment, poverty, pressure on the resources.
Policies and frameworks. Family planning programs promote the use of consumption and awareness about small family benefits. Awareness campaigns educate people about the advantages of delayed marriages and health spacing between children and fewer children. Insensitive. Some states offer financial support to families who adopt these measures like free medical care and education. Emerging challenges. High population growth. Rural areas and some communities still have high birth rates. Uneven development. Population control measures have been more successful in urban areas, but the rural regions lag behind. Cultural resistance. Traditional beliefs in large families and some son preference can make population control difficult. Resource scarcity. Growing population strain water, food and land resources, leading to environmental challenges. Vision for the future. To manage population growth effectively, India needs a combination of health, education and economic opportunities for all. Focus should be on balanced development across religions, better awareness camping and support for family planning initiatives. The government vision involves a stable population that ensures sustainable development and better quality of life.
Population condition in the past and present. 1950s. India population was around 350 million after gaining Independence Day in 1947. The high birth rate has declined significantly due to improvements healthcare caused rapidly population growth. Families traditionally had many children, which was seen as an economic asset, especially in rural areas where more hands were needed for farming. 1970s. By this time, India population had grown to over 550 million. The government recognized the need for population control and introduced aggressive for family planning measures. One controversial policy during this period was forced sanitization under Prime Minister Indira Gandhi, which faced blacklist and has limited long-term success. The fertility rate remained high level to continue growth. Population in past. Current figure as of 2023, India population stands at over 1.4 billion, making it most populous country. Surpassing China, the annual growth rate has slowed down about 1% larger due to better education, urbanization, improved access to contraception. Urban versus rural divide. Urban areas have seen slower growth rate due to better education and employment opportunity that encourage smaller family. However, rural area where access to high healthcare and education is still limited, continue to experience higher birth rate. Challenges and improvements. Demographic shift. Indian population is young with about 50% below the age of 25. This demographic dividend can be an economic advantage if managed well, but it also presents challenges in providing jobs, education and healthcare. For millions of young people entering for the workforce. Challenges in improvements. Infant mortality and life expectancy. The infant mortality has dropped and life expectancy has risen from around 1950 to over 70 years today, contributing population growth. Gender imbalance. Preference for male children has led to gender selective practices some regions, affecting the natural gender ratio and social challenges.
Now the floor is for the delegate of Maldives. Delegation of Maldives, please proceed forward, and your inaugural speech time for 10 minutes.
Introduction. The Maldives, a tropical paradise in the Indian Ocean, is known for its stunning beaches, clear blue waters and vibrant marine life. Hindi is the official language of Maldives. However, the country faces significant environmental challenges due to its unique tropical position and vulnerability to climate change. Let's move to geographical features. The Maldives consists of around 1,200 small coral islands dropped into 26 atolls with only about 200 islands inhabited. The country average elevation is thus 1.5 meters above sea levels, making it highly susceptible to flooding and storm surges. History and culture. The Maldives has a rich history that blends South Asian, Arab, African influences due to its location and ancient trade routes. Islam is the predominant religion shaping the culture and tradition. Economy. The Maldives economy relies heavily on tourism, which accounts for over 30% of its GDP. Fishing is another, with tuna being a major export. While these sectors are thriving, they are also highly dependent on the environment. Legal and policy framework. The Maldivian government has implemented several laws and policies to protect the environment. Climate change policy framework aims to reduce greenhouse gas emissions in its resilience to climate change. Policies and programs. Blue economic initiatives. Programs aimed at sustainable use of ocean resources, balancing economic growth, environmental conditions. Coral reef conservation projects. Efforts to protect and restore coral reefs through reef monitoring, education and community engagement. Environmental education status. Environmental education is embedded into Maldivian school curriculum, teaching students about the importance of protecting their natural surroundings. Schools and local communities often participate in conservation activities such as these clean custodians of Maldives' fragile environment.
The Maldives faces an existential threat due to rising sea levels. Coral bleaching. Warming ocean temperatures are causing coral bleaching, where coral lose their color and health. Waste management. With the influx of tourists and limited land art, waste management is growing problem. Coastal erosion. Many islands are experiencing erosion, which reduces land art, threatens homes, roads, and other infrastructure. Vision for the future. Carbon neutrality. The government aims to make the carbon neutral by transitioning to renewable energy sources like solar power. Sustainable tourism. Promoting eco-friendly tourism practices such as minimizing plastic usage. Natural balance and low impact. Historically, the Maldives enjoyed a relatively balanced environment. The low population, limited tourism, and reliance on traditional livelihood like fishing keep environmental impact minimal. Coral reef flourish, providing rich marine biodiversity and natural protection against coastal erosion. Traditional sustainable practices. The Maldives practice sustainable fishing and resources management. Small communities lived in harmony with nature and using locally available materials for housing and minimal energy resources, which mean that waste and population level were low. Limited development and industrialization. Until the 20th century, the Maldives has limited infrastructure and development. The environment remained largely pristine as there were fewer industries, no large-scale tourism, and low carbon footprint. Present environmental condition, coral bleaching and marine life decline. Climate change has severely impacted the Maldives coral reef. Rising sea level and coastal erosion. The Maldives is highly vulnerable to rising sea level. Coastal erosion is increasingly common, with some islands losing land and every year. Overdevelopment and waste management issues. The growth of tourism has led to the rapid development of resource and urban infrastructure, often at the expense of natural habitat. Increased pollution and habitat loss. With more motorized transport, increased import and lifestyle, the Maldives faces rising air and water pollution.
Climate change and sea level rise. The Maldives faces an existential crisis in rising sea level. The nation's low elevation means even a small increase in sea level could flood many islands, displacing communities and potentially leading to the entire loss of islands. Coral reef degradation. Coral reef are the foundation of Maldivian ecosystem, providing habitat for marine species, supporting fisheries and attracting tourists. Waste management and population. The Maldives generates large amount of waste due to tourism and increasing consumerism. Freshwater scarcity. With the climate change affecting rainfall pattern and increasing salinity due to sea level rise, freshwater scarcity is becoming of growing concern. Overfishing and marine resources depletion. Overfishing driven by both local demands and commercial operations is depleting fish stocks. This not only affects the livelihood and traditional fishermen, but also disrupts the marine food chain. Now moving towards addressing the challenges. Climate adaptation strategies. The Maldivian government is working on the strategies adapt to rising sea levels, including coastal differences, enhancing drainage system, and relocating and considering options for relocating vulnerable communities. Marine conservation efforts. Protecting coral reefs through initiatives like coral gardening, reef restoration, and expanding marine protected areas are key to safeguarding the country's biodiversity and tourism sector. Sustainable tourism practices. The government and private sector are promoting eco-friendly tourism practices such as educating tourists on minimizing their environmental impact. Waste management innovations. Programs aimed at reducing waste, improving recycling and exploring waste to energy technologies are being developed.
I'd like to request Delegation of Maldives to proceed towards the seats. So the floor is now open to the questions and comments for the Delegation of Maldives. The Secretariat panel would like to request all the delegates to please pass the chits to the Secretariat panel. Informal notice, delegation of each and every country present here, please remember the format for the chit and please remember to mention from and to. From as in your country and to for the country you are addressing the question to. Would like to request the delegation of Nepal to proceed forwards for their inaugural address. Delegates, you have the floor for 10 minutes.
Prime Minister of Delegation of Nepal would like to start this speech. Nepal is a landlocked country in South Asia, known for its diverse landscape, known for its majestic mountains, including Mount Everest. Agriculture plays a vital role in Nepal's economy and daily life. For centuries, Nepali farming was the backbone of the country, employing most of the population by providing food and resources. Even today, agriculture remains central to Nepal's economy, culture, and way of life. Moving towards geographical feature. Nepal is characterized by diverse landscape ranging from low-lying Tarai plains to the towering peaks of Himalayas. The country can be divided into three main regions. The Tarai region, flat and fertile plains in the southern part of Nepal, ideal for growing crops like rice, wheat, and sugarcane. The hilly region, hilly terrain with terrace farms where crops like maize, millet, and vegetables are grown. The mountain region, high altitude areas with harsh climates where agriculture is limited but livestock herding and potato are common. Moving towards history and culture. Nepal's history is deeply connected to agriculture. For centuries, Nepali society was largely agrarian with communities relying on farming and animal husbandry. Historically, farming methods were organic and sustainable, using traditional knowledge passed down through the generations. Moving towards economy. Agriculture contributes significantly to Nepal's GDP and employs over 60% of the population. The main crops include rice, wheat, maize, millet, and pulses. Most farmers grow food primarily for their own consumption with limited surplus for trade. Legal and policy framework. Nepal's government has implemented various types of policies to support agriculture. Policies like Agriculture Development Strategy 2015 to 2035 aim to increase productivity, promote sustainable practices, and ensure better access to resources for small-scale farmers. Policies and programs. Agriculture Development Strategy areas. A long-term plan to modernize the agriculture sector, improve irrigation, and provide training to farmers.
Cooperative farming programs, encouraging farmers to work together in cooperative to share resources, improve efficiency and access markets. Irrigation and infrastructure development, efforts to build rural farmers to farmers. Organic farming initiatives, promoting organic farming techniques to reduce the use of harmful chemicals and preserve soil health.
Current education status of Nepal. Education plays a crucial role in Nepal's agriculture sector. Agriculture schools and universities provide basic learning and research opportunities for students interested in modern technique farming, animal husbandry and agribusiness. However, access to quality is still limited, especially in remote areas. Now moving onwards, emerging challenges, climate change, unpredictable weather patterns, rising temperature affect crop yields and leads to food insecurity. Land fragmentation, as land gets divided among the family over generations, the lands get more smaller and less productive. Youth migration, many young people leave the rural areas for better opportunities in cities or abroad. Lack of modernization, many farmers still use the traditional tools and techniques for agriculture, limiting the productivity and the efficiency. Now let's talk about the vision for the future. Nepal's agriculture future lies in innovation, agriculture and sustainability. Technology adoption, encouraging the use of modern farming equipment, improved seeds and better irrigation technique. Sustainable practice, promote organic farmers, crop diversification and soil consumption. To protect the environment and ensure long-term productivity. Market access, developing infrastructure and supply chains to farmers to connect with international and local markets. Education and training. Expanding access to agriculture, education and vocational to empower the next generations of farmers. Moving onward, agriculture condition in past. Past agriculture system. In past, Nepal was primarily subsistence based on the families for growing food for their own consumption. Farming methods were simple, relying heavily on the traditional tools like wooden plows, sickles, and even using oxen for tilling the land. The primary crop included rice, maize, millet, and wheat. Key characteristics of past agriculture system. Terrace farming, crop rotation and intercropping, and organic practices.
Nepal's agriculture system is a mix of livestock and crop farming and is characterized by traditional farming practices like family farming, subsistence agriculture, and small-scale farming. Although more than 70% of workforce is applied in agriculture, the sector only generates about 1/3 of the country's GDP. Key characteristics or features of present agriculture system: irrigation improvements, introduction of improved seeds and fertilizers, shift toward commercial farming, organic farming initiatives, and agroforestry and livestock. The challenges that are faced by Nepal are climate change. Nepal's agriculture is highly vulnerable to its unpredictable rainfall. Land fragmentation. As land is passed down through generations, farms are divided into smaller plots, reducing their productivity and making the mechanization difficult. Low productivity. Crop yields in Nepal remain low compared to global standards due to outdated farming practices and limited use of technology. Youth migration. With limited opportunities in agriculture, many young people migrate to the cities or abroad for their better paying jobs, leaving behind an aging population in rural areas. Political instability. Frequent changes in government and inconsistent agriculture policies disrupt long-term planning and discourage the investment in the sector. The help that Nepal needs from SAARC. Modernization of farming techniques. Introduction and adoption of modern farming practices and technology to increase productivity. Irrigation infrastructure. Development of efficient irrigation systems to support year-round farming. Access to quality seeds. Support in providing farmers with high-quality seeds and planting materials. Market access. facilitating access to regional markets for Nepal's agriculture product. Nepal needed the help from SAARC country to be better in agriculture or food production. By telling this much, the delegation of Foreign Secretary of Nepal would like to conclude the presentation.
Thank you, delegates. Delegates, are there any points or motions on the floor? Delegates, are there any points or motions on the floor? Yes, Prime Minister of Delegation of Bhutan. So, by the decision of the Secretariat panel, the conference is suspended. Thank you, delegates.
Delegates, recognize the French company.
Good morning. I warmly welcome you all in this remarkable event, the first Model SAARC Summit in all of Nepal, BLA SAARC Summit. Today, we gather with the theme of enhancing regional trade and connectivity. Prem Kumar Shrestha, Jeevan Vigyan Foundation's international coordinator who has successfully established and flourished Jeevan Vigyan in over 70 countries and more. Principal of Brainland Academy.
On behalf of Brainland Academy, I would like to welcome our valuable chairperson of today's events. Deeper integration for the peace and prosperity, Brainland Academy Model SAARC Summit 2081, School Founder Principal Mr. Parasman sir. Similarly, I would like to remember the youth voice, one of the greatest leader of our country, Member of Parliament, President of Rashtriya Prajatantra Party, respected Honorable Chief Guest, Mr. Rajendra Prasad Lingdel sir. Similarly, the special guest of our today's event, Founder Principal of Land Mary School and President of National Passion Central Committee, respected Pandav Hamal Thakuri sir. Similarly, we are here with the different school alliance and firstly the ground floor of our school being associated with the National Passion Budalinganta Municipal Committee. So I would like to address my dearest and closest friend, Mr. Tenzin Bhutia, the President of Anpapson Bunaba Committee, and the all fellow guests who came to our today's program from different institution and organization to make our event a grand success. I would like to welcome each and everybody over here. Especially, I would like to welcome the students who dare to stand in front of us in this mass, representing the different nations, taking part as not as only the students, they are also being as a delegates, the guest of honor. Today's our different students belonging from grade standard 7 and 8, they dare to make a model SAARC Summit inside our school premises, and we are also proud to announce that I think this is the first model that is going to be held in our country also. So different with the media partnership also, we have been formulating our views for the different media also, and we are trying to make this simulation not only for the better learning or the practice for the students, for the prosperity and their leadership, but this is also a testament to make themselves into a real world, how the delegates, how the negotiation, what are the different countries will have. It is not only the just belonging with the textbook education system. We are going far beyond than that. This is the practical knowledge we are providing to them. So I would like to welcome to all my lovely delegates. There are 24 students from different 8 nations. So at last, I would like to welcome each and every, all our parents, students, listeners, principals, chief guests, chairperson, our special guests, whoever are today in our program. I would like to welcome on the behalf of the Brainland Academy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much.
Now it is time for the official commencement of SAARC Summit. We are deeply honored to have Her Excellency Right Honorable President of Nepal, Devyani Adhikari, to begin this significant occasion. Let us warmly welcome Her Excellency.
Your Excellencies, distinguished delegates and honored guests, Namaste. It is with immense pride and deep honor that I, speaking as the President of Nepal, welcome you all to the first Brainland Academy Model SAARC Summit, hosted by our beloved nation, Nepal. This summit presents us with a pivotal opportunity to come together to stimulate and explore the dynamics of the regional cooperation within South Asia. This summit is a crucial moment for our region, an opportunity to reflect on the progresses we have made, to address the challenges we continue to face, and to chart a course for a future that reflects the aspirations of all our people. The theme of our discussions, enhancing regional trade and connectivity, is especially timely as it speaks to the very core of what SAARC was established to achieve, the economic integration and development of South Asia. As the host country, Nepal is thrilled and deeply honored to facilitate this crucial dialogue. Over the years, our SAARC family has made remarkable progress in our shared journey. We've witnessed trade flourish between our nations. We've seen new bridges and roads rise to connect us, and felt our cultures intertwine more closely than ever before. These achievements are not just milestones. They are symbols of the bonds that unite us as region, that unite us as neighbors and as brothers and sisters. Yet, our work is far from complete. We must deepen our commitment to dismantling the remaining barriers to trade, ensuring infrastructure that truly connects us
with every corner of our lands and to ensuring that the benefits of our cooperation reach every soul, every citizen, especially in our most vulnerable member states, such as the Maldives, where climate change poses an existential threat, or Bhutan, where economic isolation challenges development. It is in uplifting these countries that we find the true strength of our unity, of SAARC. When we support the most vulnerable, we hoist the entire region, creating a stronger, more resilient South Asia for all. I am confident that through our collective wisdom and determination, we can forge agreements and partnerships that will strengthen the bonds between our nations and lead to a more prosperous and peaceful South Asia. I urge all of you, all the delegates and all the secretaries to participate fully in the discussions and negotiations that will take place during our summit. Your contributions are essential to the success of our shared vision. A thing to be noted in our first BLA Model SAARC Summit is that we have applied necessary modifications in this session to show how SAARC can improve. Let us remember that our strength lies in unity and our success in our ability to work together as a cohesive and cooperative region. The people of South Asia look up to us with hope and expectation, and it is incumbent upon us to rise to the occasion. With that, it is my great honor to declare that the first BLA Model SAARC Summit officially opens.
We are honored to invite the representative from Bhutan for the inaugural address. Please join us in welcoming them with a big round of applause.
With the prior permission of the dais, the Prime Minister of the Delegation of Bhutan would like to start the speech. Overview of Bhutan. Bhutan is a landlocked country located in South Central Asia, situated on the eastern ridges of the Himalayas. As per of the latest available data, Bhutan has the population of over 727,145 people and a territory of 38,394 square kilometer. And in terms of world ranking, Bhutan ranks 133rd in land area, 160 in population, and additionally, out of 120 people countries, Bhutan ranks 26th in trading across world. Well, according to World Bank, Bhutan is considered one of the safest countries in the world, boasting a low crime rate. Moving forward to Bhutan's social-cultural aspect. Bhutan's social-cultural aspects are deeply rooted in its unique blend of Buddhism and traditional practices. The country prioritizes gross national happiness, fairness over its economic growth, reflecting its emphasis on holistic well-being. The majority of the population, around 3/4, follows Buddhism, primarily of the Tibetan variety. The traditional dances such as Boita, Jungda, and its language, literature, arts, and craft reflects its traditional value, and it is heavily influenced by Buddhist heritage. Now, moving forward to economic condition. Bhutan is experiencing strong economic recovery with the projected GDP rate of 4.4% in 2024 and 7% in 2025. Bhutan economy is primarily driven by hydropower sector, giving a significant role in overall growth. The inflation rate is expected to remain relatively low, with the forecast of 4.5% in 2024 and 4.2% in 2025. Agriculture and forestry. These two factors provide livelihood for over 60% of the population, with forming a backbone of Bhutan's economy. The country is facing a widening current account deficit, which is being addressed by drawing down the official reserves. Bhutan is actively modernizing its economic structure, moving forward to more diversified economy.
Bhutan has a free healthcare system that cover almost 90% of the population, ensuring accessible healthcare services. The healthcare system is based on the primary healthcare approach, emphasizing preventive care and community-based services. The country has achieved significant improvements in health outcomes due to its well-functioning healthcare system. Despite progress, Bhutan still faces challenges in improving patient safety, which is a crucial aspect of quality healthcare. The Ministry of Health is actively working to enhance access and quality of care through various strategies, including policy formulation and standardization and digitization. Moving forward to problems of health sector in Bhutan.
Bhutan's status as a resource-poor nation poses challenges in improving patient safety and overall healthcare quality. Unequal distribution of resources and challenging terrain can hinder access to healthcare services for certain population. Lack of proper record keeping and insufficient data on specific health indicators hamper effective healthcare management. Shortage of well-trained healthcare professionals, especially nurses, can impact the quality and delivery of care. Information is missing on the impact of HIV/AIDS, maternal and child health, food safety, tobacco, alcohol, narcotics, and suicide on Bhutan's sectors. Moving towards efforts made by Bhutan to solve problems. Bhutan has invested in developing its health system, leading to notable improvements in health outcomes. The country has ensured universal access to free healthcare system to its citizens. The government has prioritized health in its development and modernization plans with the Ministry of Health overseeing related issues. In 2022, the government allocated $134 million to the health sector, demonstrating its commitment and to addressing healthcare challenges.
SAARC emphasizes on improving health as part of its broader goals has slightly assisted benefits Bhutan's health sector. Bhutan's leadership in TICAD has facilitated cooperation among state sector ensures potentially positively impacting its health sector. Proposed assistance from SAARC has likely contributed to enhancing Bhutan's system's overall performance. SAARC emphasizes on investing in health, which has been shown to have significant benefits, has likely supported the improvement of Bhutan's health sector. Aids needed from SAARC to improve lesson. Bhutan needs STF funds from SAARC to improve health sector. And doctor remains like stethoscope and other etc. Conclusion: Bhutan prioritizes health as a critical domain for its development and well-being. The country has achieved remarkable success in providing health care to a large portion of its population. The government recognizes health importance for socio-economic development, poverty reduction, and GNH. The Health Ministry has implemented active community outreach, PHC reforms, sustainable health financing, and strength PHC. Bhutan has made significant progress in its health sector, focusing on key result areas and performance indicators, particularly in education and health. Thank you.
I'd like to request all the delegations for questions and comments to the delegation of Bhutan, handing over the floor to the members. Thank you.
आजको यो अत्यन्तै नौलो लागेको छ मलाई। म आज यो हाम्रो विद्यालयको विविध कार्यक्रम सँगसँगै लामो समयसम्म मसँग लागिरहँदाखेरि हामी चिनेकी महाकालीसम्मका सबै विद्यालयका यस्ता थुप्रै कार्यक्रमहरू र ठाउँमा पुगिरहँदाखेरि मैले आज भन्नै पर्छ यो अत्यन्तै समय सान्दर्भिक र फरक खालको कार्यक्रममा म उपस्थित हुन पाएँ। विशेष धन्यवाद आयोजक समितिलाई। यस कार्यक्रमका सभाध्यक्षज्यू, मेरा अनन्य मित्र, हाम्रो गौरव सङ्गठनका बौद्धिक व्यक्तित्व महासचिव, यस विद्यालयका संस्थापक प्रिन्सिपल राजा सर, आजको अत्यन्तै महत्त्वपूर्ण अनि विशेष कार्यक्रम भन्न चाहन्छु म यसलाई। यस कार्यक्रमका प्रमुख अतिथि हामी सबैको, खास गरी युवाहरूको अनि राष्ट्रका लागि आफूले सडकदेखि सदनसम्म स्पष्ट वक्ताहरूमा चिरपरिचित माननीय राष्ट्रिय प्रजातन्त्र पार्टीका अध्यक्ष, आजका प्रमुख अतिथिज्यू, ड्यासमा आमन्त्रित मेरा मित्रहरू, बुढानगर नगरपालिका अन्तर्गतका हाम्रा सदस्य साथीहरू, यस विद्यालयका मेरा शिक्षक कर्मचारी साथीहरू, खास गरी आजको अत्यन्तै आकर्षक केन्द्रबिन्दुमा रहनुहुने विभिन्न देशको मोडलको रूपमा प्रतिनिधित्व गर्नुहुने डेलिगेट्स, प्रिय विद्यार्थी साथीहरू, म सबैलाई सिङ्गो मेचीदेखि महाकालीसम्म रहेका निजी विद्यालयका छात्र सङ्गठन नेसनल क्याप्सको तर्फबाट 100% हार्दिक कृतज्ञता गर्न चाहन्छु। सबैलाई म नमन गर्न चाहन्छु। मलाई यस विद्यालयका भाइस प्रिन्सिपल हाम्रो प्रशान्तजीले खबर गर्नुभयो, एउटा कार्यक्रम विद्यालयमा छ। मैले उहाँलाई फेरि दोहोरो प्रश्न गरेँ, अब के गर्ने प्रशान्तजी, अधिराज्यमा थुप्रै विद्यालय कार्यक्रम हुन्छन्, फेरि हामी अहिले शिक्षाका बारेमा थुप्रै कुराहरूमा पनि समावेश भइरहेछौँ, कहिले कुन पार्टीलाई भेट्ने, कहिले कता भेट्ने, बहसमा छौँ। कार्यक्रम चाहिँ के हो भनेर भनिरहँदाखेरि उहाँले भन्नुभयो, तपाईँ आउनुहोस् न, एकदिन कम्ती हेरिदिनुहोस् भन्नुभयो। रियली म एप्रिसिएट गर्न चाहन्छु, तपाईँलाई धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद दिन चाहन्छु। मैले यो कार्यक्रम यस्तो देखेको थिइनँ। यो मोडल आज हामीले सिक्नुपर्नेछ। यस्ता कुराहरू हाम्रो राष्ट्रले सिक्नुपर्नेछ। यस्ता सभा र सम्मेलनहरू यो देशमा पहिचान रूपमा हुनुपर्नेछ भन्ने मलाई लागेको छ। यद्यपि यी कुराहरू हाम्रो प्रमुख अतिथिले भन्नुहोला, यति भन्दै समय छोटो छ, हामी हाम्रा कुराहरू फेरि पनि अर्को सभा र अर्को सम्मेलनमा राख्नेछौँ। फेरि पनि यहाँहरू सबैलाई बोलाइदिनु भयो, केही कुरा राख्ने अवसर दिनुभयो। खास गरी तपाईँ युवा विद्यार्थी साथीहरू भविष्यका कर्णधार मात्र नभएर तपाईँ यो राष्ट्रको सहायतार हुनुहुन्छ, समाजका सहायतार हुनुहुन्छ, तपाईँको भविष्यको सुनिश्चितता छ। यति भन्दै सबैप्रति हात राख्न गर्दै सबैप्रति सम्मान व्यक्त गर्दै आफ्नो भनाइ यहाँ गर्न चाहन्छु। धन्यवाद।
And now the moment we all have been waiting for, the chief guest speech. Please welcome our distinguished guest, Mr. Rajendra Prasad Dingdil, who will share his thoughts and visions for the future of regional trade and connectivity.
अतिथि साथीहरू, यो नमुना सार्क सम्मेलनका सहभागीहरू र यसको व्यवस्थापनमा लाग्नुभएका साथीहरू, उपस्थित अन्य शिक्षक, विद्यार्थी तथा अन्य महानुभावहरू, मलाई असाध्यै खुसी लागेको छ। पछिल्लो दिनमा शिक्षाको लागि जस्तो मात्रै हुँदै गइरहेको थियो। कति पढ्यो, यति पढ्यो, अङ्ग्रेजी बोल्न जान्यो, त्यतिको लागि मात्रै जस्तो थियो। र शिक्षा जीवनको लागि हुनुपर्छ, शिक्षा व्यवहारिक हुनुपर्छ, र शिक्षा हामीले जुन ग्रहण गऱ्यौँ भनेर भन्छौँ त्यो हाम्रो जीवनमा, हाम्रो समाजमा त्यो उपयोगमा आउनुपर्छ। र आज मलाई खुसी लाग्यो कि म अस्ट्रेलियामा थिएँ, भाइबरमा इन्भिटेसन आयो, यसो हेरेँ मोडल सार्क समिट को चाहिँ आयोजना गर्ने भनेपछि त्यहाँ अलिअलि चाहिँ दुविधा थियो कि यहीकै विद्यार्थीहरूको बिचमा गर्ने हो कि सार्क स्तरीय विद्यार्थीहरू ल्याएर कम्पिटिसन गराउने, खालि त्यो थियो। अनि पछि फेरि मैले सोधेँ कि होइन, यही एउटा अभ्यास गर्ने हो भनेर। असाध्यै खुसी लागेको छ कि हामीले किताबी अध्ययन मात्र होइन, व्यवहारिक यस प्रकारका अभ्यासहरू पनि गर्दै गयौँ भने पछिल्लो हाम्रो जीवनमा यस प्रकारको बैठक गर्नु पऱ्यो, त्यस प्रकारको हाम्रो जीवनमा अवसर आयो भने हाम्रो लागि नौलो हुँदैन मात्र होइन, के गर्नुपर्ने भन्ने कुरा हामीलाई चाहिँ पहिल्यै तयार। अनि राष्ट्रपतिले सुरु गर्नुभयो नि, होइन, राष्ट्रपति बढियो भने के गर्ने, राष्ट्रपतिले के गर्ने भन्ने कुरा पनि थाहा हुन्छ। त्यसको लागि कति अध्ययन गर्नुभयो होला नि त, होइन। प्रधानमन्त्री हुनेहरूले पनि अध्ययन गरिराख्नु भएको होला, सर्च गरिराख्नु भएको होला। परराष्ट्र मन्त्री हुनेले, परराष्ट्र सचिव हुनेले के गर्नुपर्ने भन्ने कुरा त अहिले थाहा हुन्छ। हामीलाई सम्पूर्ण कुरा थाहा नहोला, तर यसको प्रभाव जीवनको पछिल्लो दिनसम्म चाहिँ लिइरहेको छ। त्यसकारण म विद्यालय परिवारलाई जुन यो महत्त्वपूर्ण काम गर्नुभयो धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद दिन चाहन्छु। र यो अन्य विषयहरूमा पनि यस प्रकारको अभ्यासहरू हामीले गर्दै लानुपर्छ र यो प्यासनको नेताहरू हुनुहुन्छ यो अन्य विद्यालयहरूले पनि सिक्नुपर्छ। SAARC समिटै गर्नुपर्छ भन्ने मोडल SAARC समिटै गर्नुपर्छ भन्ने छन्, तर अरू पनि यस प्रकारका अभ्यासहरू चाहिँ गरेर जानुपर्छ र यस प्रकारको अभ्यास गर्दाखेरि यसको मूल अन्तर्वस्तुको बारेमा अवश्य तपाईँले जानकारी लिनुभयो होला कि यो SAARC गठन कसरी भएको थियो, के उद्देश्यको लागि भएको थियो, कहिले भएको थियो र यसमा को संलग्न थिए र अहिले यो कुन फेजमा छ र अब यसलाई अगाडि बढाउन के गर्नुपर्छ होला भन्ने कुराको समेत ज्ञान हुन्छ। 1980मा बङ्गलादेशका प्रधानमन्त्री जियाउर रहमानको इनिसिएसनमा यो SAARC को गठन भएको थियो। त्यो 19औं सम्मेलनपछि देश बीचको असमझदारीको कारणले अहिले अगाडि बढ्न सकेको छैन। एक दशकदेखि यो SAARC समिट हुन सकिरहेको छैन। कतिले SAARC बिर्सिँदै गएको छ, तर SAARC एउटा महत्त्वपूर्ण संस्था र हामी जस्तो भूपरिवेशित राष्ट्रहरूको हितसँग सम्बन्धित यस क्षेत्रको विकास र समृद्धिसँग जोडिएको विषय थियो। व्यापार पारवहन जस्ता विषयहरू एउटा अधिकारको रूपमा स्थापित गर्न र छिमेकीहरूका बिचमा भाइचाराको अभिवृद्धि गर्न र एक अर्काको विकास प्रगतिमा सहयोग गर्न सहायक हुने संस्थाको रूपमा यसको परिकल्पना गरेर अगाडि बढेको थियो। तर अहिले खास गरी भारत र पाकिस्तानको आन्तरिक द्वन्द्वको कारणले यसले गति दिन सकिरहेको छैन। तर कमसेकम हामीले अहिले यो अभ्यास गरेर SAARC र SAARC को महत्त्वको बारेमा पनि हामीले जानकारी लिने र यसलाई चाहिँ जीवन्त राख्ने जुन काम गर्नु छ र हामीले यो इभेन्ट आयोजना गर्दाखेरि यही विषयलाई रोज्यौँ मलाई खुसी लागेको छ। अहिले प्रधानमन्त्री, परराष्ट्र मन्त्री, परराष्ट्र सचिवहरू सबै भविष्यका प्रधानमन्त्री, परराष्ट्र मन्त्री, परराष्ट्र सचिव बन्न सक्नुहोस्, मेरो शुभकामना छ। यो अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय सम्बन्ध राजनीतिको बारेमा कुरा गर्दाखेरि नयाँ पुस्ता असाध्यै राजनीतिसँग पर्सिराखेको अवस्था छ। अहिले हाम्रो भाइ बहिनीहरूलाई राजनीतिको कुरा गर्यो भने, नेताको कुरा गर्यो भने छ्या जस्तो लाग्छ। किनभने सबै बिगारेकै नेताले हो, सबै बिगारेको राजनीतिले हो भन्ने जस्तो छ। केही मानिसहरू गलत भइदिँदा अथवा गलत मानिसहरूको हातमा नेतृत्व भइदिँदा हामीले सोचे जस्तो देशले प्रगति गरेको नदेख्दाखेरि र राजनीतिमा भएका मानिसहरू एकपछि अर्को बदनाम हुँदै गएको अथवा नयाँ नयाँ आशा गर्दै गयो भने फेरि कहीँ न कहीँ त्यो चाहिँ फेरि फसेको देखिन्छ, कहीँ न कहीँ त्यो उसले चाहिँ बदमासी गरेको देखिन्छ। त्यसले गर्दाखेरि राजनीति भन्ने चिज चाहिँ यस्तै हो कि नेता भन्ने नै यस्तै हुन्छ कि यस्तो त नहुने, यस्तो राजनीति त चाहिएन भनेर राजनीतिप्रति नयाँ पुस्तामा जुन वितृष्णा पैदा हुँदै गएको छ त्यो शुभ सङ्केत होइन र राम्रो होइन। र म आज विद्यार्थी भाइ बहिनीहरूलाई राजनीतिको कुरा गर्दाखेरि दलको कुरा गर्दिनँ, तर राजनीति एउटा यस्तो चिज हो, राजनीति बन्यो भने मात्रै देश बन्छ। राजनीति ठिक मान्छेको हातमा पर्यो भने मात्रै तपाईँको शिक्षा प्रणाली ठिक बन्छ। तपाईँको शिक्षा प्रणाली ठिक बन्यो भने मात्रै तपाईँले गरिखाने शिक्षा लिन पाउनुहुन्छ र तपाईँको युनिभर्सिटीको जिन्दगी सकिँदाखेरि एक हातमा शैक्षिक प्रमाणपत्र र अर्को हातमा रोजगारी अथवा सिप प्राप्त हुन्छ। त्यस कारण त्यसको लागि राम्रो मान्छे नेतृत्वमा आउनु पर्यो, राम्रो मानिसहरू राजनीतिमा आउनु पर्यो। त्यस कारणले राजनीतिमा राम्रो मान्छेहरूलाई ल्याउनुपर्छ, राम्रो मानिसहरू राजनीतिमा जानुपर्छ। राजनीतिलाई छ्या भन्नुहुन्न, राजनीतिबाट भाग्नुहुन्न, राजनीतिले नै दुनियाँ बनाउने हो। र आज संसारका हामीभन्दा कयौँ कुनै समयमा कयौँ गुणा तल र कमजोर रहेका देशहरूले यो 3-4 दशकको बिचमा धेरै ठुल्ठुला प्रगतिहरू गरेका छन्, संसारको गन्तव्य बनेका छन् ती देशहरू। तर हामी किन बन्न सकेनौँ? हामी मात्रै नबन्नुपर्ने कुनै कारण छैन। ठिक मान्छेको हातमा पऱ्यो भने हामी पनि बन्न सक्छौँ, हाम्रो पनि देश बन्न सक्छ। त्यस कारणले अहिलेको नयाँ पुस्ताले, विद्यार्थीहरूले राजनीतिमा कुनै चासो राख्नुपर्छ। यसको अर्थ कुनै दलको सदस्य भएर हिँड्नुपर्छ भन्ने होइन, तर ती सबै प्रक्रियाहरूको बारेमा जानकारी राख्नुपर्छ र सचेत बन्नुपर्छ र खबरदारी गरिराख्नुपर्छ। तपाईँहरू सबैको भविष्य उज्जवल होस्। तपाईँहरू सबैको उज्जवल भविष्यको शुभकामना व्यक्त गर्दछु र यो कार्यक्रम पूर्ण सफलताको शुभकामना व्यक्त गर्दछु। धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद।
May I request the distinguished dignitaries to provide our chief guest with token of love. Permission of the dais, the Prime Minister of the Delegation of Pakistan would like to start the speech. Education welfare refers to the effort made by the government and the society to provide quality education for all citizens. In Pakistan, education plays a crucial role in shaping the future of young people and country's overall development. However, there are significant challenges in ensuring access for everyone, especially in rural and underprivileged areas. Moving onward to geographical features. Pakistan is a diverse country with mountains in the north, deserts in the south, and fertile plains in the east. This geographical diversity creates unique challenges in delivering education, particularly in rural and hard-to-reach areas. Access to school is often easier in cities, while rural areas face difficulties due to lack of infrastructure. History and culture. Pakistan's history and culture are deeply rooted to its Islamic traditions. After gaining independence in 1947, the country prioritized education, but due to political instability, poverty, and cultural factors, have impacted the progress. Although efforts are being made to improve this. Economy. Pakistan is a developing country with large youth population. Economic challenges like poverty, unemployment, and limited resources impact the government's ability to fund education. Legal and policy framework. The government has implemented several policies to improve education. Article 25A of Constitution guarantees free and compulsory education for children aged 5 to 16. National education policy. The government's education policy focuses on expanding access to and improving quality and promoting equal opportunities for boys and girls. Provincial educational plans. Since education is a provincial subject, in Pakistan, each province developed its own strategies to fund education. Policies and programs. Benazir's Income Support Program provides financial assistance to low-income families to help keep their children in school. Punjab Educational Sector Reform Program aims to provide school infrastructure, train teachers, and provide scholarship in Punjab, the most populous province.
Many children, especially in rural areas, do not attend school or drop out early due to the poverty, child labor, and social issues. Gender disparities. Despite progresses, girls face more barriers to education than boys, particularly in rural and traditional communities. Quality of education. Particularly in rural and the quality of education varies significantly with a gap between private and public school. Public school often the lack of resources, trained teachers, and modern teaching method. Political instability, political unrest and security issues, especially in central regions, have disrupted educational system and lead to the closure of school. Let's talk about vision for the future. Universal education access, ensuring that every child, regardless of gender, location, or economic background, has access to quality education, improve quality of teachings, training teachers, updating curriculum and integrating technology into classroom, gender equality in education, closing the gap in educational opportunity between girls and boys to target programs and policies, economic support for families, expecting social programs to assist families who struggle with educational related costs. After gaining independence in 1947, Pakistan faced significant challenges to establishing education system. The literacy rate was below 20 and most of the population, especially in rural areas, had little access to formal education. The education system was highly fragmented with difference between urban and rural areas. Urban regions has better schools while rural areas lack of basic infrastructures like classrooms, textbooks and trained teachers. Culture barriers. Traditional norms and culture often prevented girls from attending schools. The idea of educating girls was not widely accepted, leading to low female literacy rates. Government efforts and reforms. During the spreads, government focusing on expanding primary education. The literacy rate was improved, but progress was uneven. Public schools struggled with overcrowded classrooms, poor facilities, and lack of trained teachers, which affected the quality of education. Madras Religious School. During the 1980 centuries, there was a rise in the number of Madras providing a religious education. While they play a role in educating children, education in present improve access and enrollment. Over the past 2 decades, Pakistan has made progress and improvement in school enrollment, mainly in the primary level. The overall literacy rate has improved to around 60%, with more schools being built and programs aimed to encouraging students to attend schools. Regional disparities. Urban areas like Islamabad, Lahore, Karachi has much better educational facilities compared to the remote and rural areas. While rural areas lack of basic infrastructures like outdated textbooks, overcrowded classrooms, and lack of trained teachers. Gender gap. There has been progress in closing gender gap. Most of the girls are attending schools compared to the past. Some regions like Balochistan and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, the gap remains whole. Quality of education. The quality of education varies widely. Private schools, mainly in urban areas, often provide quality education and modern curriculum and qualified teachers, while public schools lag behind. Public schools have issues like outdated textbooks, lack of trained teachers. Higher education and technical training. There has been growth in higher education with more universities remains limited for many due to higher cost and limited seat in quality of education. Thank you.
Literacy rates have increased significantly from around 20% in the 1950s to approximately 16% today, reflecting the impact of various education policies and programs. Infrastructure and enrollment. The number of schools and student enrollment have expanded through the disparities remain. Female education. While girls' education was minimal in the past, there has been a marked improvement with more girls. Quality of education. The focus has shifted from minimal increasing enrollment to improving the quality of education. Thank you.
The floor is also open for the questions and comments to the delegation of Pakistan. The Secretariat panel requests every member state to give questions in the form of sheet. Yes, Delegate of Sri Lanka, you have 10 minutes.
Sri Lanka, often referred as the pearl of the Indian Ocean, it is a nation rich in cultural heritage and natural beauty. Our island, situated just off the southeastern coast of India, is renowned for its stunning landscape, diverse ecosystems, and vibrant cultural traditions. For the lows, rainforests, and misty highlands to the pristine beaches and ancient cities, Sri Lanka is a land of remarkable diversity and beauty. Geographical features of Sri Lanka. Our country
Bhutan. The lowland plains crisscrossed by numerous rivers such as Mahabali and Kelani provides fertile ground for agriculture, which has been the backbone of our agriculture of centuries. The coastal region, stretching over 1,600 kilometers, are dotted with picturesque bayous, bustling fishing villages, and vibrant coral reef. History and culture. Sri Lanka boasts a rich history that dates over 2,500 years. It is one of the oldest civilizations in the world, with a cultural heritage influenced by Buddhism since the 3rd century BCE. Economy of Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka economy is diverse with agriculture, manufactures and services, being the agriculture product includes tea, rubber and coconut, with tea being a significant export commodity. The manufacturers compress textures and papers measures contributor to export earning.
The national policy and strategy on sustainable development provides the foundation for the country to reach the ambition of sustainable development Sri Lanka. This document set out policy goals and strategies in line with core principle of 2030 agenda. Now let's move to the current education status of Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka has a highest literacy rate, higher than what is expected for better whole country. In 2021, the literacy rate of Sri Lanka was 92.43% and sub-literacy rate was 97%. The Human Rights Measurement Initiative HRMI also found Sri Lanka is meeting 95.5% right to education based on its income level. This country is meeting 97.7% of potential for primary education and 93.3% for secondary education. Condition of children in past. In ranges of violence, service and expression, skeletal communities, institutions and home because of escaping coupled with the coordinated well resources and readily available. Child protection services make it hard for children free from fear or discrimination.
While Sri Lanka has made progress in improving the children's life after gaining independence in 1948, children still face challenges. The country's worst economic since 1948 has further impacted children in many ways. Education. 4.8 million children risk losing their education and many lack basic supplies. The school meal programs only reaches to 1.1 million children and the government cut the budget by 2/3 in 2022. Challenges and opportunities. Market challenge. Sri Lanka's market challenges. Sri Lanka faced unsustainable debt and severe balance of payment crisis in 2022. The government's GDP contracted by an estimated 8.7% in 2023 and is expected to contract further by roughly 3% in 2023 before returning to its growth in 2024. Sri Lanka's Development Update 2024. The Sri Lanka's Development Update 2000 SLDU has two main aims. First, it reports on key developments over the past 12 months in Sri Lanka's economy, places these in longer terms and global context. Second, the SLDU provides a more in-depth examination of selected economic assistance from SAARC. SAARC as a religion cooperation organization would provide Sri Lanka with financial assistance, loan or grants to help elevate the debt burden, food aid, supplies to address food shortage, technical expertise,
advice and support in managing the crisis. In conclusion, the future of Sri Lanka lies in the hands of our children. Therefore, it is an appeal to every SAARC countries to help in areas like education, trade, connectivity, poverty, disaster management, and cultural exchange. Whereas Sri Lanka would also like to contribute to SAARC countries by sharing expertise, enhancing trade relations, and actively participating in policy dialogues. By saying this much, the Foreign Secretary of the Delegation of Sri Lanka would like to conclude this speech.
Thank you, Delegation of Sri Lanka. You may proceed to your seats. The floor is now open for questions and comments. All the delegations of the SAARC Summit, please, if any questions and comments for the delegation of Sri Lanka, you may proceed via chat. So, delegates, are there any points or motions on the floor?
The delegation of Pakistan would like to start an unmoderated caucus for 90 minutes.
For the purpose being?
Lunch break and research.
The motion is in order.
We are not in favor of this motion.
Delegates were directly moving to a formal voting session, so the Pakistan.
Inquiries motion.
So, informal notice for this section. The Secretariat panel will require each and every delegate to add their names in the speakers list as a country. So each country must add their names in the speakers list, and turn-wise, each country will come forward to the stage and they will answer the questions asked by each delegations present in the SAARC Summit. So delegates wishing to add their names in dialogue and inquiry session, please raise your placards. Delegate, please proceed.
Point of information, what is the current status of Pakistan? Current status of education in Pakistan.
Yes, Brandon.
In Pakistan, the literacy rate is 60%. Significantly changes in primary education, but higher and secondary education are still lagging behind. The budget for Pakistan's education for the year 2024 to 2025 is of 781 billion, showing an increase of less than 1%, 0.9%. The literacy rate in Pakistan has improved significantly from 20% to 60%. It shows an increase of 40% in our literacy rate, stating that the educational rates have increased and the educational quality is increasing as well.
Point of information, how is the condition of employment in the field of education in Pakistan?
Sector right now is not so good in our country, as our country lacks over 1 million teachers.
Thank you. The employment in our educational sector is not so good in our country, as our country lacks many teachers in our schools right now.
The Secretariat panel asked for follow-ups, not any other POIs, so please be seated.
बुझेन अथवा केही कमेन्ट गर्न सक्नुभयो उठाउने हो अथवा अरू डेलिगेट्सहरूले हो फलोअपलाई भन्दा पोइन्ट अफ इन्फर्मेसन उठाउन पाइँदैन. Are we clear, delegates? Back to formal sessions. Any other POIs for the delegation of Pakistan?
What are the steps taken by Pakistan to provide education to remote areas?
In the remote areas, more than 700 schools have been built. 100 seconds of girls' primary education have been upgraded to secondary.
The Secretariat panel would like an answer about how is this Pakistan government trying to improvise on providing education to the upcoming generations and to the new teachers, as well as the about lack of budget on the international.
The government of Pakistan, we are trying to our best to provide the facilities the schools need, but our budget is not helping us. So we couldn't include that in our presentation, but we wanted to ask help from the SAARC to provide us with infrastructures, facilities, and funds for the educational sector.
What reforms are currently being discussed or implemented to improve the quality of education in Pakistan?
Yes, Pakistan has implemented various reforms to enhance its educational system. One significant reform was the obtainment of the such as access to education, quality of education has equality in the educational system. Thank you.
What the DICE wants to hear from the delegation of Pakistan is, does the delegation of Pakistan seek any help or assistance from the South Asian University? If yes, please mention in particular. Thank you.
Yes, Pakistan needs well-trained teachers from the SAARC University as well as a branch of SAARC University in our country to provide quality education to our youth.
For the kind information, it is not SAARC University but South Asian University in particular. Thank you, Delegation of Pakistan. Any follow-ups for the Delegation of Pakistan? Seeing none, the Secretariat panel would like to request the Delegation of Pakistan to proceed towards their seat. Requested to proceed towards the stage.
Point of information. As Nepal is an agricultural country, what is the role of livestock in Nepal's agriculture?
Government policies supporting organic agriculture, training programs for farmers and organic method, certification system to ensure organic standards.
Your placard is not visible to the Secretariat panel.
Point of information, how can Nepal improve the effectiveness of its agricultural extension services?
As agricultural extension services by focusing on the training and capacity building, technology integration, farmer participation, strengthen extension networks.
Right to follow up. Why is fertilizers or chemical fertilizers not included?
Is the question clear to the Delegation of Nepal? Yes.
Point of information. What challenges do Nepali farmers face in terms of soil quality?
Current agriculture management in Nepal are government policies and subsidized extension services, infrastructure development. Two possible steps to address agriculture programs are strengthen and diversify extension services, enhance climate resilience.
What are the challenges and opportunities for agroforestry in Nepal?
Challenges for agroforestry in Nepal are land tenure issue, resources constraint, knowledge gap. Opportunities for agroforestry are soil health and erosion control, biodiversity enhancement, climate change mitigation.
What kind of knowledge gap are we talking about?
Nepal is talking about the knowledge gaps like farmers don't use the modernization and fertilization.
Could this mean that the government of Nepal is not providing farmers of Nepal with proper technologies required for farming?
Farming is encouraged and supported through various initiatives like government programs, extension services, microfinance, research and development, infrastructure development.
Is Nepal taking to modernize its agriculture sector and improve productivity?
To modernize its agriculture and boost productivity through several key initiatives. These include promoting farm mechanization, improving irrigation systems, introducing high-yield seeds, and investing in agricultural research.
So delegates will be entertaining POIs for the delegation of Bhutan. Are there any POIs for the delegation of Bhutan?
It is for integrating traditional and modern medicine.
Tanzania initiative for integrating traditional and modern medicine include incorporating traditional practices into nation healthcare system.
What was the question that the delegate of Afghanistan asked?
What are the initiatives of improving modern and traditional medicines?
Thank you. Darius?
Point of information. How does Bhutan ensure equitable healthcare access across its regions?
Right to reply. Bhutan ensures equitable healthcare access across its region through a multi-phase approach that combines decentralized healthcare delivery with sustainable government support. Trained health workers are sent to various regions, including rural ones, to offer medical health, public health campaigns, reach underserved communities, and resources are allocated based on needs to reduce disparities.
Initiatives is Bhutan pushing to improve health outcomes. Initiatives such as expanding healthcare facilities, enhancing preventive care, health education, improving maternal and child health services.
What are the measures has Bhutan taken to address non-communicable diseases which are becoming increasingly prevalent in the country?
Bhutan has taken steps to address non-communicable disease by implementing a nation action plan, tobacco control program, alcohol control measures, self-protection programs, health promotion campaigns, early diagnosis and collaboration with international organizations.
Bhutan enhances its healthcare system with universal health coverage, integration of traditional and modern medicine, and focus on primary health care. It invests in fracture, trains health professionals, improves mental health services, promotes public health, and uses data to guide policies.
The delegation of Maldives is requested to please come at the stage. We have the floor, delegation of Maldives.
Point of information. How does tourism impact the environment in the Maldives and what measures are in place to promote sustainable tourism?
Tourism in the Maldives impact the environment through coral reef habitat and increased ways to promote sustainable tourism. The government requires environmental impact assessments for new developments, aims for carbon neutrality, and encourage eco-friendly practices among research. These measures seek to balance economic growth with environmental protection, ensuring the sustainability of both tourism and ecosystem. Thank you. Maldives manage waste disposal and plastic pollution given its limited land area. Plastic pollution within its limited land area, the government has adopted a circular economy approach in tracing, recycling and resource recovery. Through these efforts, the country aims to improve environmental sustainability with protecting its unique ecosystem.
Step is Maldives taking to address environmental challenges, particularly in relation to climate change. Maldives is addressing climate change by developing a national adaptation plan SNAP to enhance resilience and integrate climate consideration into policies. With support from the Green Climate Farm 2.8 million project aims to strengthen institutional capacities for adaptation effort, also focus on protecting visual ecosystems such as coral reef and fisheries critical for the economy, reflecting the Maldives' commitment to sustainable development. Full energy project play in Maldives stresses to address environmental challenges and reduce its reliance on fossil fuels.
To address environmental challenges and reduce dependence on fossil fuel, the country is primarily harnessing solar energy with initiatives like Greater Male Waste to Energy Project and the preparing outer islands for sustainable energy development, which project which aim to increase renewable energy capacity across various islands.
Last panel would be filtering out some questions due to the lack of time. Any POIs for the delegation of Sri Lanka?
How does Sri Lanka balance modern and traditional artistic system when creating public status, including those of children?
Balance modern and traditional aesthetic system in public status through a blend of contemporary techniques and traditional aesthetics. Thank you.
Rural areas of Sri Lanka and how is government
addressing this issue.
In South Asia, representation of child in public status vary by country, reflecting different cultural, social, and historical contexts. First of all, Sri Lanka public status often depicts child in traditional roles, etc. India child status in India frequently children in religious or mythology.
The delegation of Afghanistan.
Challenges that Taliban faces in preventing Afghanistan from having international terrorist groups.
Thank you for the question. Taliban faces several key challenges in preventing Afghanistan from becoming a safe haven for international terrorist groups. These challenges are rooted in economical, political, and social and security issues that complicate their ability to develop and stabilize the country.
Bangladesh, delegation of Bhutan.
How does Bangladesh improve connectivity and reduce congestion? Reducing congestion in Bangladesh involves a combination of infrastructure development, technologies advancement, and policy measures. Here are some keys: infrastructure development, technological solution, urban planning and development. Thank you.
Growth play in Bangladesh transportation problem.
Increased demand for mobility, urbanization and congestion, inefficient land use, patrons, limited resources, environmental impact.
Friendly mode of transportation in Bangladesh. Environmental friendly mode of transportation are public transportation, electric vehicles, rail transportation. Thank you.
Any other POIs except delegation of Bhutan?
The delegation of Bangladesh would like to answer to biases.
Sorry, delegate, the Secretariat does not entertain answer via chat. Any POIs for the delegation of India?
What are the key challenges and opportunities India facing in terms of population management?
Key challenges and opportunities India is facing in the term of education are resources strain, unemployment, social inequality, etc.
Since India is having so much trouble in managing their population, Pakistan feels very much happy to take Kashmir as their land and manage their population very nicely and use their resources very fulfilled.
Information. How was India managing the family policies and how is India still managing the family policies? India has made significant strides in family planning in recent years. The government has implemented various programs and policies to promote awareness of conceptions, to improve access to family planning services and empower women to inform reproductive choices. These efforts have contributed to a decline in fertility rates and have helped to address the challenges associated with rapid population growth. Thank you.
Follow up. Yes. As the delegate of India just mentioned, they use contraptions. What kind of contraption do we use to manage family? It could lead a significant way to, if the delegate of India is free to share the information how the contraptions are used and blocked families from producing another generations, then the world would like to know.
Thank you, Delegate of India.
Did overpopulation affect your economy? Overpopulation in India is negatively.
The quorum delegates. Delegation to India, please continue.
Overpopulation in India has negatively impacted its economy by straining resources. The increased demand for land, water and energy has led to shortage and higher costs. Additionally, the growing population has put pressure on the infrastructure, causing congestion and reduced efficiency. Environmental degradation due to overpopulation has also had economic consequences such as reduced agriculture productivity and increase cost for population control.
India still mentioned they are having problems managing their land and population. This the delegate of Pakistan still is very much forward to put up an agreement to give us their land. We will manage your land. We will manage your population very effectively. Neither just declare that Pakistan is better than India.
Thank you, delegate of Pakistan. We are very sorry to be announcing that the biggest democracy of the globe is not in the favor of donating its land to any poor countries out there asking for help and mercy. The country that can't even educate their own citizens are now asking for managing population of the world's biggest democracy, leader in the world economy. So before moving out here in the international forum and putting on allegations or asking for aids, please be more invested into yourself. Thank you.
Is the delegate of India so much foolish and so much of unaware in the committee? The Indian Prime Minister, the Indian Foreign Minister, the Indian Foreign Secretary just mentioned they are unable to manage their population. They are lagging behind their resources. And now they are saying Pakistan is being a poor country and unable to educate their people. And still, the delegate of Pakistan is still stating that if they can handle the country, give us your land, we will handle it better than you.
We'll be entertaining only the last follow-up from the delegation of India.
No comments.
Can the conference, all the SAARC members present here right now, understand by the no comments mentioned by the India that they can't handle their situations right now and they are fulfilling giving up their land to Pakistan?
Among the most educated and among the most prosperous nation in this summit, we do not believe that arguing with foolish kind of sentiments is advantageous to our pride. We being a member of SAARC and a global contributor in every aspect, don't compare ourselves and don't take it within ourselves that we should be replying to any foolish comments. So we prefer being silent over that, bringing out vague nonsenses. Thank you.
Recently facing with a protest against the rape case that was held in the Medical College of Kolkata. So how is delegation of India empowering women if it isn't even listening to its citizens' demand to provide capital punishment or death sentence to the criminals who are alleged to rape women in India?
Right to reply. Every action has both consequences, I guess. The delegation of India strongly believes that every action has both consequences, likewise the coin having two sides. Though we are extremely sorry and feel pity about the condition in our country, but on the same side, if we look up to the positive aspect, we are not hiding any crimes out there. Being the world's biggest democracy, we do not have any bans in media. We are okay with all the problems of the citizens coming out. So I guess the delegation strongly believes that these issues can also be taken positively, but the delegation of India strongly avoids to accept that the issues such as rapes, murders or any other non-humanitarian issues are to be accepted and are positive. But on the same side, the delegation is very pity regarding the condition of our nation. Hand in hand, the delegation and the authority regarding the regulatory authority has brought in practices to control such mishaps.
Pakistan thinks that the nation the citizens aren't of any pity. The governing people of the nations are very pity to say they can't control their criminals in their own country, and they are alleging Afghanistan that the criminals run their country. If you at what point, and still the statement made by the India that they are unable to give capital punishment to the criminals. The delegate of Pakistan would like to invite would like to invite the delegate of India to Pakistan, and let us show how we handle our criminals and how we provide punishment to what the criminals are truly worthy of. Thank you.
The Prime Minister is being caught red-handed, or not red-handed, an innocent Prime Minister of the country is being caught and put into prison by the military of the country, comes into an international forum, asks for the humanitarian aspects of another country, puts an allegation on the world's biggest democracy, and all the members are being spectators. So what is the point of being in this sort of international forum and tolerating such nuisance? The delegation is very much puzzled and very much feels very much pity. Now the delegation was pity for its mishaps in internal mishaps of its country before, but now the delegation is feeling pity about the conference being concluded, being commenced in the SAARC summit. So the delegation will strongly recommend the Secretariat to bring into more open topics rather than focusing without any strong evidences.
I request the delegation in India to please proceed towards the seats. And the Secretariat also declares the end of discussion, end of answer and inquiry session. So, any more points or motions on the floor? Informal notice. The delegates are requested to raise a motion to suspend the committee for today and to resume tomorrow. So simply raise a motion to suspend the committee for today. The motion is in order.
Delegates, in informal notice, delegates seconding the motion, please raise your placards. Delegates objecting? Seeing no objection, this motion passes.
Delegations, please raise your voting stances as present or voting. Individual names will be called out. Prime Minister of the Delegation of Afghanistan.
Present and voting.
Foreign Minister of Afghanistan. Foreign Secretary of Afghanistan. Foreign Minister of Bhutan. Foreign Secretary of India. Foreign Secretary of Nepal. Foreign Minister of Pakistan. Foreign Secretary of Pakistan. Prime Minister of Sri Lanka. Foreign Secretary of Sri Lanka.
The Foreign Minister of the Delegation of India would like to raise a motion to start the GSL.
India, would you like to be the first, last or reserve audience? Last speaker. Thank you very good. So there is a slight amendment in also the GSL. We won't be entertaining each and every members of the country's delegation. We'll be only entertaining one. We'll be randomly selecting one member to present the general speakers list. So delegations wishing to add their names in the speakers list, please raise your placards.
With the prior permission of the delegation of Foreign Secretary would like to start.
Delegation, would you please be more audible?
With the prior permission of the the delegation of Foreign Secretary of Nepal would like to start this speech. Enhancing regional trade and connectivity. As we navigate through the complexities of 21st century, it is increasingly clear that regional integration plays a crucial role in fostering economic growth, stability and prosperity. The importance of regional trade. Regional trade is not merely about exchanging goods and services. It is about creating a network of interdependence and mutual benefit. By improving trade relations within a region, countries can diversify markets, smaller economies gain access to larger markets, reducing their dependence
on distant economies and mitigating economic risks. Increased efficiency. Regional trade agreements often leads to reduced traffic, trades and non-traffic barriers, making trade more efficient and cost-effective.
With the prior permission of the Vice Delegate of Pakistan would like to start the speech. To enhance regional trade, we can build a free transportation system for better trade between South Asia's high trade and trade costs are the barriers in achieving proper trade. The free trade areas can be used to make trades between South Asia's in low budgets, so low GDP countries can feel free to trade. To enhance regional connectivity, building and upgrading roads, railways, waterways, infrastructures, energy grids, communications, and air links to ensure smooth cross-border flows of goods, services, and people
Pakistan would like to yield their time by giving it to the next speaker.
Government has taken steps to improve trade facilitation in line with the WTO Trade Facilitation Agreement. A Nation Trade Facilitation Commitment (NTFC) was established in 1916. Sri Lanka launched an online trade information portal in July 2018. The trade policy objectives of Sri Lanka including moving towards a more trade regimes, strengthening and increasing overseas market access for Sri Lanka's products and further Sri Lanka into the global economy. India is the largest trade partner of Sri Lanka. Taxes export on Sri Lanka was 0.12,806 in 2022. According to the World Bank collection, the definition of trade facilitation is associated with missions which is enhance the efficiency and the effectiveness of customs administration by harmonizing and simplifying customs producers. The definition by APES also focuses on at the border process and procedures. Trade facilitation refers to the simplification, standardizations, and harmonization of procedures and associated information flows required to move goods from sellers and buyers to make payment. Thank you.
With the prior permission of the former Secretary of the Delegation of Bhutan would like to start the speech. Enhancing regional trade and connectivity. The Department of Trade, Ministry of Economic Affairs is entrusted with the mandates of strengthening long-term trade relations with principal trading partners and negotiating favorable trading arrangements with potential trading partners. In order to keep abreast of development in Bhutan's foreign trade relations and overall trade performance in the economy, the department is pleased to come up with this brief report on Bhutan's external trade. The department is hopeful that this document serves to convey the desired objective of providing a fair understanding of the current trade scenario and likely future prospects and reports of information that will be useful for all relevant stakeholders. Thank you.
Enhancing regional trade and connectivity in the Maldives involves several key measures including trade facilitation, investment in regional projects, and understanding the economic impact of connectivity improvements. The Maldives is a member of South Asian Free Trade Agreement (SAFTA) and has signed the South Asia Preferential Trade Arrangement (SAFTA), which aims to boost trade among members countries by reducing tariffs and facilitating smoother trade processes. The country's trade to GDP ratio was 155.6% in 2021, indicating a high level of trade activity relative to its economy, although merchandise exports grew at a slower rate compared to the Asia-Pacific region. Thank you.
Trade fertilization measurement. Trade fertilization refers to the streamlining and simplification of trade producers to make it easier for goods to move across borders. Measuring trade fertilization involves addressing various factors that impact the efficiency of trade process. Key measurement include customer producer, the time and cost required for customers' clear hands, including the efficiency of processing and the prevalence of trade debt. Trade fertilization measures refers to policies and practice designed to streamline and simplify international trade process. The measure aims to reduce display cost and improve the efficiency of trade by serving customer producer, simplifying and stabilizing conflict, documenting and process, improving border infrastructure, enhancing ports, roads and other infrastructure to fertilize smoother measurement of goods.
Facilitation. Thank you, Delegate. You may take a seat. Moving on to the next speaker, Delegation of Bangladesh.
The Foreign Secretary of the Delegation of Bangladesh would like to start the speech. Trade facilitation plays a vital role in enhancing the efficiencies and competitiveness of a country's international trade operations. The importance of trade facilitation has been widely discussed and recognized at global, regional, and national levels. Transportation corridors and reduced trade costs are essential to develop Central Asia Regional Economic Cooperation (CREC) countries' foreign trade. However, Sweden CD intra-CREC trade as well as the regional global exports, the product portfolio of CREC countries' industry and culture has been foreign. Trade facilitation remains the overarching object. Better coordination of regulatory policies and priorities by measuring collaboration policy.
Point of information: how does Afghanistan provide border safety?
Border safety is crucial for Bangladesh given its geographic location and region dynamic. The country employs a range of strategies and measures to manage and safeguard its border. Here an overview of how Bangladesh provides border safety. Border Security Forces, Border Guard Bangladesh, BGB, the primary agency responsible for securing Bangladesh border, physical barriers and infrastructure, fencing. In certain border areas, particularly along the border with India, Bangladesh has constructed fence to deter illegal crossing and smuggling.
Would like to start the speech. Enhancing in regional trade and connectivity. India exports account for the bulk of its trade with its neighbors. The country's regional trade growth from 1991 until 1999 was minimal. In 2008, India trade with the N8 neighbors. This declared a high of US $13.45 billion, follow a dip in 2009 due to global financial crisis. India trade with its neighbors doubled in the next 5 years, reached US $2.469 billion in 2014. The slowdown India exports to South Asia in 2015 and 2016 2016 coincided with the 13% decline in India global trade from US 19 trillion in 2014 to US 16.5 trillion in 2015. 6 inter-regional trade received in 2017 reaching its peak of US 24.15 billion.
Highly expects delegates to raise a motion to start the moderated caucus. So delegates, are there any points or motions on the floor?
The Prime Minister of the Delegation of Pakistan would like to start a moderated caucus on the topic trade facilitation measures for 16 minutes, each speaker getting 2 minutes each. 16 minutes.
A lot of time for the speakers to speak on this topic. So the Secretariat would like to edit this time for total time being 8 minutes and each speaker getting 1 minute each. So is this okay for the delegation of Pakistan? And total time is 8 minutes, each speaker getting 1 minute. So we'll be only entertaining 8 speakers for this moderated caucus. If more speakers are interested, at last the delegates can raise a motion to add the time in the moderated caucus. So delegates wishing to speak on this motion, please raise your placards.
I'd like to start the speech. Trade facilitation measures refers to policies and practices designed to streamline and simplify international trade processes. These measures aim to reduce delays, cut costs, and improve the efficiency of trade by streamlining customs procedures, simplifying and standardizing customs documentation and processes, improving border infrastructure, enhancing ports, roads, and other infrastructure to facilitate smoother movement of goods, implementing technology, using digital systems and data exchange to speed up processing and reduce errors, enhancing transparency, providing clear information on regulations, fees, and procedures to reduce uncertainty for traders, capacity building, training and supporting customs and border officials to better manage trade operations. Thank you.
Of the dais, the delegate of Bangladesh would like to start the speech. Trade facilitation refers to the policies and practices that simply and expected the movement of goods across borders. These measures aims to reduce the time and cost associated with international trade, making it more efficient and attractive for business. By implementing effective trade facilitation measures, countries can create a more favorable environment for trade, benefiting both business and consumers. Thank you.
Prior permission of that, the Prime Minister of the Delegation of Maldives would like to start the speech. Trade facilitation involves measures aimed at simplifying and streamlining international trade processes to reduce costs and enhance efficiency in cross-border transactions. Trade facilitation measures streamline simplifying the process involved in international trade. Key measures include simplifying customs procedures, reducing traffic and non-traffic barriers, enhancing port and border infrastructure, streamlining regulatory process. Thank you. The prior permission of the delegation of Prime Minister of Nepal would like to start this speech. Trade facilitation measures. Trade facilitation is about simplifying and speeding up international trade process by digitalizing customs, harmful regulations, and improving infrastructure. We can reduce delays and lower costs, making trade access easier for business of all sizes. Cooperation between countries supported by organizations like WTO is key to achieving these goals. In summary, effective trade facilitation drives economic growth, creates jobs, and makes global trade more accessible and efficient. Thank you.
With the prior permission of the dais, the delegate of Pakistan would like to start the speech, noting that the agreement on SAARC preferential trading Agreement signed in Dhaka on 11th of April 1993 provides for the adoption of various instruments of trade liberalization on a preferential basis, application of harmonization of standards, reciprocal religions, recognitions of trade, simplification and harmonization of customs clearance procedure to make trading easier. Cross-border paperless trade can be applied. Standardization and trade development facility, enhanced integrated framework, e-commerce, etc. can help facilitate trade better.
Prior permission of the DAS, the delegation of Bhutan will have established. Bhutan's trade facilities are designed to enhance its economic integration and efficiency. The country leverages its road infrastructure and key border trade posts like Fulsaling and Samdut Jogra to facilitate cross-border trade with India and Bangladesh. With Paro International Airport supports air cargo, streamlined customs procedures and online platforms simplify trade documentation and regulatory compliance. Additionally, Bhutan is developing special economic zones and industrial parks to attract investments, operate various incentives. Trade promotion is supported by government agencies and the Bhutan Chambers of Commerce and Industry, which also engage in international trade fairs to boost the visibility of Bhutanese products.
As the delegation of India would like to start a speech.
The government of India has contributed the National Committee on the Trade Facility chaired by the Captain of the Security, the senior most civil servant to secure the domestic coordination and to drive the forward and
Montreux, India completes with operations of the TFA and NCTF has put together the National Trade and Facility Action Plan under 2017 and 2020, which identifies the legs of agency responsible for each and every patient.
Trade facilitation measures are policies and practices designed to reduce the administration burden and costs associated with international trade. These measures aim to make it easier, faster and more efficient for businesses to import and export goods across borders. By implementing effective trade facilitation measures, government can create a more favorable environment for international trade, benefiting both businesses and customers.
With this, the time for the moderated purpose elapses. So delegates, the Secretariat would like to request the delegates to please raise a motion to start an unmoderated purpose for 10 minutes for washroom and water break. Delegation of Sri Lanka. So, Secretariat has not asked for any points or motions, so please don't raise a placard. So, delegates, are there any points or motions on the floor? So, हाम्रो specifically SAARC को चार्टरमा चाहिँ आर्टिकल 10 मा चाहिँ के मेन्सन छ भन्दाखेरि SAARC को कुनै पनि डिसिजन लिनलाई चाहिँ युनानिमिटी हुनुपर्छ। युनानिमिटी भनेको सबै मेम्बर्सहरुको डिसिजन हुनुपर्छ, सबै मेम्बर्सहरुले यस भन्नुपर्छ। इफ एउटा मात्रै मेम्बरले नाइ भन्यो भने पनि त्यो डिसिजन फेल खान्छ ल। ओके, सो हाम्रो आर्टिकल 10 मा चाहिँ के मेन्सन छ म एकचोटी पढेरै सुनाउँछु ल। डिसिजन्स एट अल लेभल्स shall be taken on the basis of unanimity. Unanimity भनेको agreement of all members, अनि bilateral and consensus issues shall be excluded from deliberations भनेको दुईटा हुने अथवा यस पनि आएको छ नो पनि आएको छ त्यस्तो डिसिजन चाहिँ फेल हुन्छ ल अल्टिमेटली। सो हाम्रो SAARC को चार्टरमा चाहिँ त्यो मेन्सन छ, बट हाम्रो SAARC के चार्टरको अन्डरमा एउटा सेक्सन छ क्या प्रोभिजनल रुल्स अफ प्रोसिजर भनेर SAARC के डकुमेन्ट्समा। हेलो एभ्रीवन, प्लिज maintain silence for a moment. Hello? Exit disturbance create नगर्नु ल। सो हाम्रो साको एउटा डकुमेन्ट छ प्रोभिजनल रुल्स अफ प्रोसिजर भनेर अनि त्यसको रुल 12 मा चाहिँ के लेखेको छ भन्दाखेरि म चाहिँ सर पढेर बुझाउँछु नि एक्सप्लेन गर्छु ल Other proposals and substantive amendments shall normally be introduced in writing and handed over to the chairperson of the meeting for circulation to delegates in the language of the meeting. As a general rule, no proposals shall be discussed unless copies of it have been circulated to all the delegations. The chairperson may, however, permit the discussion and consideration of amendments even though these has not been circulated in advance if the meeting so decides. So amendment भनेको चाहिँ चेन्ज होला हामीले रुल्सहरुलाई चेन्ज गर्न मिल्छ रुल 12 ले चाहिँ के भन्छ भन्दाखेरि एकजना मेम्बर स्टेटले चाहिँ प्रपोज गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ हामीले यो रुल चाहिँ यो मिटिङलाई चाहिँ फलो नगरौँ ल भनेर हामीले प्रपोज गर्न मिल्छ एउटा मेम्बर स्टेटले अनि त्यसलाई चाहिँ सबै मेम्बर स्टेटलाई एक एकवटा कपी बुझाउनु पर्छ अथवा इफ चेयरपर्सनले डिसाइड गर्नुहुन्छ भने त्यो हामीले प्रोसिड गर्दा हुन्छ सो हामी अब नेक्स्ट सेसनमा के गर्छौं भन्दाखेरि जुन सार्कको चार्टर को आर्टिकल 10 मा लेखा छ त युनानिमिटी रिलेटेड सबैको डिसिजन हुनुपर्छ भन्ने रिलेटेड त्यसलाई एकछिन हटाउँछौं अमेन्ड गर्छौं अमेन्ड चाहिँ के गर्छौं भन्दाखेरि हाम्रो हरेक डिसिजन 2/3 मेजोरिटीमा लिइन्छ 2/3 मेजोरिटी थाहा नि यहाँ भएको मेम्बर स्टेटमा 2/3 मेजोरिटी अग्रिमेन्टमा मात्रै हुन्छ अनि रुल 12 बाट त्यसलाई अमेन्ड गरेर चाहिँ के गर्छौं भन्दाखेरि त्यही 2/3 मेजोरिटीबाट अमेन्ड गर्छौं रुल 12 युज गरेर अन्डर प्रोभिजनल रुल्स अफ प्रोसिजर अफ सार्क है सो यो चाहिँ डकुमेन्टेड नै हो हामीले आफै केही बनाएको हैन यो सेक्रेटरीले आफै केही बनाएको हैन यो चाहिँ डकुमेन्टेड कुरालाई नै हामीले यहाँ एक्सरसाइज गर्दै छौं ल सो रियलमा नि यस्तो हुन्छ सो रमाइलो के गर्छौं भने अब हाम्रो सार्कमा चाहिँ चाइना पनि एज अ मेम्बर स्टेट एड हुने भनेर एकचोटी डिबेट चलेको थियो थाहा छ होला सबैलाई एडभाइजर्सहरुलाई थाहा छ होला सो हाम्रो सेक्रेटरीयट प्यानलबाट चाहिँ चिफ अफ प्रोटोकल र डाइरेक्टर जनरल चाहिँ एकछिनलाई मेम्बर्स अफ चाइना हुनुहुन्छ पिपल्स रिपब्लिक अफ चाइना सो उहाँहरू चाहिँ चाइना भएर चाहिँ एकछिन आउन पाउनुहुन्छ हाम्रो सार्क समिटमा मिटिङमा उहाँहरूले चाहिँ दुईटा मात्रै पिओआइस पोइन्ट अफ इन्फर्मेसन अनि फलोअप मात्रै युज गर्न पाउनुहुन्छ दुईटा मात्रै युज गर्न पाउनुहुन्छ जिएसएल अथवा मोडरेटेड ककसेसहरुमा चाहिँ एड गर्न पाउनुहुन्न अनि हाम्रो एकजना अब्जर्भर चाहिँ हुनुहुन्छ पिपल्स रिपब्लिक अफ चाइनाबाट बट हाम्रो फरेन मिनिस्टर र भाइस फरेन मिनिस्टर आउनुहुन्छ उहाँहरू आएर चाहिँ पिओआइज र फलोअप उठाउन पाउनुहुन्छ त्यसमा चाहिँ उहाँहरूले यो कमिटीलाई कन्भिन्स गर्न पाउनुहुन्छ कि हामीलाई पनि सार्कमा एड गर है सो यसमा अब इफ नर्मल सार्क थियो भने इन्डियाले रिजेक्ट गर्दा चाइना रिजेक्टै हुन्थ्यो बट हामीले आर्टिकल 10 अहिले के गर्छौं अमेन्ड गर्छौं चेन्ज गर्छौं त्यसपछि चाइनाले ल्याएर डिबेट गर्छौं अबको सेसन चाहिँ एकदमै हिटेड डिबेट हुन्छ यसमा हामीले एडभाइजर्सहरुको फुल पार्टिसिपेसन एक्सपेक्ट गरेको छौं
Prove the conference to amend Article 10 of SAARC Charter under Rule 12 of Provision, Rule of Procedure and change it to decision at all levels shall be taken on the basis of majority. Brittle issues shall be voted.
Majority and bilateral and contentious issues shall be solved or declared through voting. So is the SAARC Summit, all the members of the SAARC Summit clear on the amendments? So proceeding to formal voting session, delegates voting for this motion, please raise your placards. So we will be proceeding directly towards the formal voting sessions for this. So delegates voting for this motion, please raise your placards. Delegates voting for this, so we'll be proceeding directly towards formal voting sessions. Delegates voting for this motion, please raise your placards. Thank you, delegates. You may take your seats. So for the adding delegation of China to the SAARC nations, so we'll be providing 5 minutes of unmoderated caucus for research.
Unmoderated caucus for 5 minutes.
For the purpose?
Research.
Thank you, delegate. Delegates, are there any points or motions on the floor? The Secretariat panel would like to request the delegates to please raise a motion to start the provisional speakers list. PSL. Delegation of Afghanistan, raise a motion to start provisional speakers. Delegates voting against? With majority, this motion passes. So Sri Lanka, followed by the delegation from Nepal, followed by Afghanistan. Thank you, delegates. We'll be moving towards provisional speakers list. The default time will be 90 seconds as mentioned. So, delegation of India, you have the floor for 90 seconds.
The delegation of India would like to start the speech. The Indian government has consistently opposed China's full membership in South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation due to several compelling reasons. Primarily, India argues that China does not meet the geographical and cultural criteria for SAARC membership as it's not South Asian country. Additionally, India is concerned that China's membership would lead to China's dominating the organization, potentially working against China's interests. This fear is exacerbated by China's growing influence in the region and its close ties with Pakistan, which could complicate SAARC's effectiveness. India is also cautious about the impact of China's membership on regional stability, given China's significant economy and military preference. Furthermore, SAARC decisions require ultimately allowing India to veto China's entry, which it has done to block China's attempts to become a full member. Overall, these strategies concerns and the desire to maintain regional stability and influence and lead the Indian government to oppose China's conclusion in SAARC. Thank you.
Point of information.
Yes, sir.
The delegate of China would like to ask a question to the delegate of India. Why can't China be a member of the SAARC, Asian Union or SAARC? Because China is fully bordered with each country, touching Nepal, Pakistan, every country, and it seems that our relations are very good with the countries in the SAARC nations, and also India seems to be mocking on our military and our economy. Yes, we are the second largest country in our economy. We don't deny any factors that lead us to help other countries. We are very much fulfillingly asking to aid every country in this SAARC, and mainly India seems to have a problem with this. And the delegate of China thinks that India can't have a say in this because India didn't allow to organize another SAARC summit because of a certain misconception with the delegation of Pakistan.
When our members stay together, admitting China into SAARC would be akin to inviting our outsider to meddle in our regional affairs, potentially disturbing the delicate balance of power and cooperation that we have worked so hard to maintain. Moreover, China's inclusion could extract exciting tensions with SAARC, particularly between India and Pakistan. We have seen how the presence of an external power can incite revolts and hinder progress in other regional formats. Do we really want to risk jeopardizing the hard-on agreements of SAARC by bringing in a country that is not invested in our shared vision for South Asian prosperity? As a representative of Maldives, I must also express my deep concern about the impact of China's membership on our nation's close ties with India. India has been a steadfast friend and ally to the Maldives, providing critical economic support and assignment in times of need. Our government has repeatedly impacts the importance of these relationships, and we cannot afford to undertime it for the sake of appeasing China. Furthermore, we must consider the potential consequences of China's veto power within SAARC. As a permanent member, China would block investments and projects that do not align with its strategic interests.
About our ties with Pakistan, similar to India. So the point that Maldives raised, the delegation of Maldives raised was we do not resemble in culture with any SAARC member countries. Let the delegation of China remind all the SAARC nations that the Buddhism concept came from Nepal to China. The Tibetan culture that China shares with Bhutan are some brilliant examples of cultural diplomacy. Moreover, if Maldives is worried about our ties with Pakistan, we can't do anything in that. because we are the world's biggest diplomacy. We are the world's biggest diplomacy with the most embassies in the world. So please let us remind you all that we do not have any concern about your worries regarding our ties with any other countries. We just want to be inside SAARC to be a helping nation. So and the last point that the delegation of China would like to raise is having a power by your side isn't a weakness. Please be in concern with that. So China will strongly be considering to force its alliances if any blockades are needed to be imposed. Please let the delegation of China remind all the nations to stand together. Thank you.
The country India thinks that it could create an anti-Indian group in the SAARC member. Okay, and then after India has utilized its veto power with SAARC to block China's attempts to become a full member, preferring instead to engage with China through bilateral ties and other reasons forums also. And then after China ties their relation with Pakistan also, and India is very much worries about that also. China is just tying their relation with Pakistan, so that's also. And India also thinks that China is not the Asian country, so that's why India, we think that South Asian country. China does not think that India is not thinking that China is the South Asian country. So that's why we suppose that China could not be the member of SAARC.
What kind of veto are we talking about in SAARC? Does the delegation of China need to remind the delegation of India about the veto in the United Nations?
Like to establish, China should be added in SAARC country, and the potential benefits of China joining SAARC are the inclusive of China in South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation should after several benefits for the region and the potential advantage that increased trade, investment, regional value chain, regional stability, enhanced cooperation, balance of power, and the development benefits are infrastructure development, technological transfer, capability building, and the challenges and consideration are India's dominance, geopolitical tension, debt trap, diplomacy, environmental impact. Thank you.
The delegation of China wants to remind every nation in the SAARC summit present here to understand the full potential of China as the delegation of Bangladesh understands our potential and our aids we can provide to the SAARC summit. Thank you.
China should be included in the SAARC because a number of SAARC countries have reportedly supported full membership for China, including ally Pakistan as well as Nepal, Sri Lanka. For smaller SAARC states, China is growing economic player for their countries. Moreover, having a large Asian state in SAARC represents the possibility of limiting India's influence or playing one off against the other at least maximum benefit. Any assessments of China's role need to factor in India's perception as well as the current and the future direction of the relation. It also requires analysis of China's relation with individual SAARC members and its approach to the region. Policymakers and analytics have to assess what China will bring to the table as a full member and whether its inclusion will advance or impede on SAARC's mission. The implementation of full membership are crucial given into the comments of veto. After all, of other forces like Asian Development Bank,
Why do you want to become member of SAARC?
Country. We indeed are the most developed country in this globe. There is no any country dear to us in aspect of development. And secondly, as India asked the delegation, why are we trying to partner with the poorly developed countries? We aren't just like Indians who are bottling the developed countries. We are here to support, and make progress along with the least developed countries and maintain a universal brotherhood and uplift every country possible. Thank you.
This is none of the business of China. And why are you just facing this kind of problem? This is our problem. This is the business of us country. So we just want to the country like Maldives, India and Bhutan, they just want to just be opposed, or we just want to be opposed you from the member. Just don't just leave now, or don't just involved in our business. Be away from us.
To remind the delegation of India that we are providing the delegation of Sri Lanka how much aid we are providing the South Asian nations. Comparing and it is a very provoking statement made by the India that it is none of our business to involving in SAARC, as we are the biggest supporters of the nations, like as we are providing aids to Sri Lanka, Nepal being the closest borders to China. If India doesn't support any kind of aids, we support to Nepal. And also the business. This is the business of the world diplomacy. This is how we conduct our diplomacy in other countries. We are aiding and not any kind of controlling other nations. We are very happy to release any kind of debt if the SAARC allows us to enter the SAARC nations.
As Bhutan, we appreciate the potential benefits of expanding SAARC's engagement. However, we have some concern about China's intrusion. We are mindful that China's presence could alter the regional balance and affect the established dynamics within SAARC. There are concerns that economic initiatives from China might create dependency for smaller member states, and its strategic interests could influence regional stability. Additionally, we worry that such a move could lead to polarization among members and challenge SAARC's neutrality. It is crucial that any expansion aligns with the principle of equality and mutual respect that underpin our cooperative efforts. Thank you.
China is playing the worst. They are not helping to each other, especially for the Nepal also and the India also. Lots of the countries were suffering that time. So I want to know that what strategies you have shown that time. Can you tell me any 1, 2, 3?
Same for the diplomacy of SAARC nations. The country with the most damages because of a pandemic, global pandemic named COVID-19 that originated from our land. We are now being alleged, instead of the thing that the delegation of China wants to raise is that no delegations, no countries from the SAARC nations came to help. None of the diplomatic approaches were there to help China during the COVID-19 pandemic. We survived ourselves. We weren't the creators of the COVID-19. It was just a merely natural incident. That originated from our land. A country having a large area, larger than all SAARC nations, might have problems in itself.
China survived the pandemic period and still aided every nation in the SAARC nations. And you are asking why we want to involve in SAARC nation. Our motive is just to aid every country in here. Our motive is to modernize diplomacy and again enhance connectivity, as the agenda also suggests the connectivity in this nation. Thank you.
China would like to declare a notice to Sri Lanka. Since the support of Sri Lanka, China is really grateful to Sri Lanka for its support, that they are positive in adding us to the SAARC. So China will be lifting some debts from Sri Lanka for this purpose. Thank you.
In recent years, how does Sri Lanka envision a future partnership with China that addresses past issues and fosters mutual benefit for both nations?
To provide everything to each other, just as the delegate of India mentioned that we are having relations with each other, we are having good ties with each other. This benefits the poor nation, and is India such we're mocking the delegation of Sri Lanka about them being poor and them being in the higher rank.
That China could be one of the representative country that we can add in SAARC countries. Thank you.
Of Sri Lanka has been down due to the condition of China. You don't know about that? You are supporting China.
And China still being farthest to Sri Lanka, hasn't provided any aid to Sri Lanka as China has made provided Sri Lanka with Hamilton Port, Colombo Port City, Matala international airports. We are providing everything to the farthest countries, and India is still speaking with no aids to a country in such a low place. Thank you.
You just want to cooperate with all other countries except India. So you are doing like this.
So that we don't want to help.
So we just don't want to add you in the member.
Thank you.
Wanting to maintain a friendly relation with China, sorry, India. We don't know why the delegation of India is opposing our friendship proposal. We hardly want to be a diplomatic nation establishing a relation of friendship with India. So, if possible, through this SAARC summit, the delegation of China would like to request the delegation of India to come hand in hand and be a diplomatic partner. Thank you.
India, you know, we are very high in our economic condition. So we just don't want you need in the member of SAARC. So please, I'm opposing you from the first point also. We just don't want to be you in the member of SAARC.
The delegate of India is in economy, but not than us. The China is the second largest country in economy. We are the second largest in economy, and India comes nowhere to us. I think India's budget comes nowhere to the diplomacy budget we provide from China. Thank you.
One minister of the delegation of Nepal would like to start this speech. Nepal would like to support in China's entrance in South Asia, provides economic opportunity and strategic benefits, especially as China seeks a greater role in the Indian Ocean. Thus, China has been developing economic and political links with SAARC member states. China is a growing economic player in the countries, being a friendly and neighboring country of Nepal. China has provided a lot of infrastructure to help Nepal.
India has done much more things for Nepal in that pandemic diseases like corona in other countries. Why you are forgetting and why you are supporting to China to be the member of SAARC?
That's the fight of India and China, and why are you taking Nepal in the middle of it?
I thought that Nepal is best friend. We are so much conscious about you that you are being the friend of China. So that's why I am writing the question. And then after you have to, the China has told that we have just stopped the border. Then that is not done by the government of India. We are not doing that. So we have not done that kinds of things to Nepal.
Nepal being a developing country seeks different political and financial help from its neighboring countries. I believe that having a nice trading history with China, Nepal will like to create good relations with all.
China again wants to remind the delegation of India that we possess no threats to our alliances. Thank you.
China went to join South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation. There could be several potential advantages for some countries. China inclusion could significantly boost trade opportunities with its large market and manufacturing capabilities. China could become a major trading partner, potentially increasing exports and investments in SAARC countries. This could lead to economic growth and diversification of trade. China is known for its infrastructure projects and investments. SAARC countries could benefit from China expertise and funding in building roads, ports and other critical infrastructure which could enhance connectivity with the region and with other parts of Asia. China has substantial financial resources and might provide investment in key sectors such as technology, energy and agriculture in SAARC countries. This could stimulate economic development and job creation in the region. Collaboration with China could lead to transfer of technology and acknowledge in areas such as telecommunications, renewable energy and digital infrastructures. This can help SAARC countries advance their technological capabilities
was totally collapsed by Taliban terrorists. And then after even India have not helped Afghanistan in that pandemic crucial condition, then why Afghanistan is supporting China to be the member of SAARC?
Is the delegate of India even understanding what the words are coming out of their mind? India is first of all not taking consideration that Afghanistan is a running government right now due to the Taliban attack. However, China doesn't pose any threat due to Taliban terrorism. And also, adding on to the pandemic thing that India asks us, pandemic is a very natural thing. A disease can be born anywhere. If India creates another pandemic, then we don't blame India for that, because it's a natural process. But rape, however, rape is a very unnatural thing. If India cannot manage their citizens, if India cannot implement capital punishment to a case like rape, then India has no say in this committee. Thank you.
Yes, Delegation.
First of all, I would like to ask China that you are saying that this COVID is the natural thing, that it can be happen from any country. How can you say that? This one is destroyed all over the world. How can you say that the COVID has been destroyed all over the world? Everyone knows that. And you are mixing that rape case to the COVID. How such a thing you can do? And then the rape case can be happening in other countries too. Nepal and other countries also happening. But it has been highlighted because of that happening for the doctor case. If it is in the real case, it would not be highlighted.
So rape, then it is a very much highlight. If a normal person gets raped, it is not a highlight thing.
Also has already faced so many rape cases. And why didn't you help at that time to the Nepal?
We will not stay back from nuking any country if we are not respected. Our alliances with the world's greatest power, we ourselves are the veto power. Please have this in mind.
Other nation opposing China, highlighting the country Nepal.
China was raising the case about the rape case, yeah? And they wanted to help our SAARC countries, and inside that Nepal also included. As you know already, yes, we are there. And they were mixing that COVID and to the rape case together. So I was raising that. They were highlighted only that rape case of the India, which was happened to the doctor, and there are lots of rape cases happening in the Nepal. Why they are not highlighting that things? I just want that question.
So China doesn't involve in internal matters like India. How India provokes others' internal matters, like as we can know about. We have information about Bangladesh. We have information about India involving in politics in Nepal. So it is our legitimate goal to let India to provide capital punishment to the criminals they are hiding in their country.
It's for the delegate of Bhutan that Nepal does not have a death sentence in their country.
China as a member state in the SAARC countries. Delegates will be directly proceeding towards formal voting. Delegates voting for the motion of adding China to the SAARC, raise your placards.
Every country opposing us know that China will be doing economic blockade to their countries. Thank you.
On the topic, solution for enhancing trade and connectivity. On the topic, trade facilitation measures for 8 minutes. Each speaker getting 1 minute each.
Delegates second in the motion, please raise your placards. Delegates opposing the motion. Only 2 speakers are allowed to speak on the topic. So delegates wishing to, firstly delegation of Pakistan, would you like to be the first, last, or reserve your rights? Yeah, Prime Minister and Foreign Secretary, you are allowed to speak. So firstly, Prime Minister, start the speech. We have 2 minutes.
Of India would like to start the speech. To enhance religion, state and connectivity among the SAARC countries, it is essential to illustrate cross borders, infrastructures as a roads, railways and area links. This can be achieved through the incentives like the SAARC religions, multiple transportation strategies, study in meeting non-trap, race and streaming custom produced through the agreements like the South Asian Free Trade Asia and the custom of the Convention of the International Transportation of Goods under the cover of trade creates significant facility trade, promoting free trade agreements, addressing cross-defense and cross-cooperation with the sub-religions. Terms like BDM are also steps additional. Thank you.
South Asia, India must adopt a multi-effected approach. First, it's crucial to strengthen free trade agreements such as the South Asian Free Trade Agreements, SAFTA, and policies more comprehensive agreements like the economic partnership agreement with countries like Sri Lanka, implementing barriers and policies include para-traffic and non-traffic barriers. NTVS is also essential to smoother in India.
Thank you, delegation.
By permission of TAS, the delegation of Sri Lanka would like to start the speech. Enhancing trade and connectivity. Enhancing trade and connectivity is crucially for economic growth and development, particularly in regions that are geographically isolated or underdevelopment. Influence structure development. Invents in transportation, energy and telecommunication. Trade facilitation. Streamline costumes, negotiate trade agreements and harmonize regulations. Religions corporation, development economic corridors, joint projects, etc. Sorry for the wrong information. It's digital connectivity.
Digital connectivity. So how does the delegation of Sri Lanka think that digital connectivity will help in regional trade? Each and every delegate present here, if any other delegate is found using the ChatGPT or any other generative AI as their primary sources, then they will be suspended from the committee. Thank you. Moderated caucus, delegation of Nepal, Prime Minister and Foreign Secretary of the delegation of Nepal. You have the floor for 2 minutes.
Minister of Nepal would like to start the speech. To address trade facilitation measures in SAARC nations, several potential solutions can be considered. Harmonization of customs procedures, implement uniform documentation requirements, adopt common classification system for goods, standardize valuation methods, digital transformation, develop integrated electric signal window systems, implement paperless trade processes, establish cross-border data exchange mechanisms, infrastructure development, improve transportation networks like roads, railways and ports, upgrade border cross facilities, enhance cold storage and warehousing capabilities, regulatory reforms, simplify and streamline trade regulations. Thank you.
Provide technical assistance to SMEs for trade compliance, enhance knowledge sharing among SAARC nations, regional cooperation, strengthen existing trade agreements, develop mutual recognition agreements for certifications, establish regional dispute resolution mechanisms, trade finance facilitation, promote cross-border banking services, develop regional payment systems, enhance access to trade credit for business, risk management systems, implement advanced risk assessment techniques. Thank you.
The delegation of Pakistan would like to start the speech. To enhance regional connectivity, building and operating. To enhance regional connectivity, between SAARC, building and operating road, railways, waterways, infrastructure, energy grids, communication and air links to ensure smooth cross-border flow of goods, services and people would make it easier to connect the South Asia. The delegate of Pakistan would like to add that the connection with other contiguous regions including the Central Asia would be better for connectivity between the SAARC countries.
With the planned permission of the Prime Minister of the Delegation of Maldives United States, to enhance regional trade and connectivity among SAARC nations, the Maldives can focus on several key strategies. The Maldives should actively promote the full implementation of South Asian Free Trade Agreement to reduce tariffs and non-tariff barriers, facilitating smoother trade flows. The country should invest in transportation infrastructure, including roads, railways, and maritime routes to improve connectivity within the region.
The movement of goods and people, fostering greater economic integration. The Maldives should focus on export diversification, increasing exports of key products like seafood and textiles to other SAARC countries, leveraging existing trade agreements for preferential access by diversifying this export basket. The Maldives can tap into new markets and reduce its reliance on a few trading partners. Finally, the Maldives should engage in sub-regional cooperation initiatives that focus on mutual economic benefits and shared resources, enhancing collaborative trade efforts. Thank you.
Of Afghanistan would like to start this speech. The South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation is a regional intergovernmental organization and geopolitical union in South Asia. Afghanistan joined SAARC as an observer in 2005 and later became a full member in 2016. To enhance trade and connectivity within SAARC, including Afghanistan, several strategies can be employed. Improving infrastructure, developing and upgrading transport and logistics infrastructure such as roads, railways and ports to facilitate smoother trade routes within the region. Reducing trade barriers, simplifying and harmonizing trade regulations, reducing tariffs and eliminating non-tariff barriers to encourage intra-regional trade. Strengthening economic cooperation, promoting joint economic projects and investment opportunities that benefit multiple SAARC countries, including Afghanistan.
Enhancing economic cooperation, promoting joint economic projects and investment opportunity that benefits multi-SAARC community, including Afghanistan. Promoting regional agreement.
Moving on to the next speaker, Delegation of Bhutan. Foreign Secretary and Foreign Minister of the Delegation of Bhutan, you have the floor for 90 seconds.
SAARC nation face several challenges in its regional trade and connectivity, including outdated infrastructures, that limits efficient transport and logistics, and complex inconsistent customs procedures that create delays. Regulatory disparities between countries complicate cross-border trade, while limited digital connectivity hampers e-commerce goods. Political tensions and economic disparities further obstruct cooperation and integration. Additional funding shortage and weak coordination with SAARC slow the progress of necessary improvements and investments.
Enhance regional trade and connectivity by focusing on several key areas. First, upgrading transport infrastructure, including roads, railways, and ports, will improve the movement of goods across borders, simplifying customs procedures, and strengthening regional trade agreements like SAFTA, and reduce tariffs and trade barriers, while aligning regulatory standards and
Commission of Desires, the delegate of Bangladesh would like to start. Bangladesh is well placed to play an important role in regional trade and logistics networks and as a great transit country in South Asia. There are corridors and associated borders crossing points that connect Bangladesh to neighboring countries involving all modes of transportation. Some corridors connect West Bengal and India and the southwestern region of Bangladesh to landlocked Bhutan, Nepal and northeast region of India. However, high logistic cost due to poor infrastructure and trade facilities constraining Bangladesh from playing a more active role in regional integration. Despite its strategic geographical location, the Bangladesh Regional Connectivity Project supports the government of Bangladesh to improve the conditions for trade through improving connectivity in basic logistics, bottlenecks and supporting the adaptation of modern approaches to border management and trade.
Delegates, now please raise a motion for starting an unmoderated caucus for total time of 1 hour and 30 minutes. No, just 1 hour. Moderated caucus, unmoderated caucus for unmoderated caucus for 1 hour for the purpose of lunch as well as preparing a resolution. Presenting the resolution prepared by the Indian bloc. So delegates, back to the formal sessions. Are there any points or motions on the floor?
The Foreign Minister of the Delegation of Bhutan would like to raise a motion to start the presentation.
Present the resolution.
To present the
draft
resolution.
Draft resolution. Which one?
One.
Draft resolution 1.
Thank you, delegate. So, seeing opposition, we'll move to ask for the secretariat panel declares this motion passed. Authors of the draft resolution 1, please come forward.
Acknowledging the critical role of regional trade and
Decorum delegates.
connectivity for economic growth and stability in South Asia. Nothing with concerns of persistent trade barriers and infrastructural challenges that hinder regional integration. Expressing concern about the limited progress in addressing logistical and bureaucratic impediments to trade. Recognizing the potential benefits of improved regional connectivity for economic development and regional cooperation.
This lesson, the ongoing discussions among member states aimed at enhancing regional trade and trade infrastructure and cooperation. Aware of the disparities in trade facilitation capabilities among member states which affect overall regional trade efficiency, encouraged by the positive steps taken by some member states to address these challenges and to promote regional trade integration.
And cost procedures and enhance transparency in trade regulations to promote efficient trade practices, supports the establishment of a regional trade facilitation committee to oversee right efforts to improve trade and connectivity. Offering study for capacity building initiatives to access less economically developed countries. Enhancing their trade capillaries and infrastructure. Emphasizes the importance of equitable trade policies that address economic disparities and support balanced regional development. Welcomes ongoing and future efforts to integrate trade policies within the framework of regional agreements and partnerships. Decides to review the progress of regional trade and connectivity initiatives periodically and to make adjustments as necessary to address any emergency issues. This comment remains actively priest of the matter.
Authors: Islamic Republic of Pakistan, People's Republic of Bangladesh, Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan. Signatories: Democratic Socialist Republic of Sri Lanka. To the SAARC Summit agenda, enhancing regional trade and connectivity.
Transport is major issue in all South Asian countries. Aware of trade imbalance, deeply concerned economic dependency is a major problem in South Asian countries like India, around by protectionism. Fully aware climate change has been a large problem.
Acknowledges building and upgrading roads, railways, waterways, advises diversification of exports, also call for encouraging local industry.
Free trade agreement consider local sourcing and production.
So the resolutions prepared by both of the blocks will be merged into a single resolution and presented by the President of the host country Nepal in the closing ceremony as the final declaration and adjournment of the SAARC Summit, BLA Model SAARC Summit 2024. So thank you, delegates. Please nail it.
Delegates. So the Secretary requests and delegate to raise the placards and raise a motion to end this conference, adjourn this conference for next year. So you can simply say the delegation of Dash would like to adjourn this committee for next year or second SAARC Summit, BLA SAARC Summit, or you can say like that. So okay, delegates for position. Delegates are there points of motion on the floor.
Minister of the Delegation of Pakistan would like to start a motion to adjourn the meeting this year to resume the meeting next year.
Conference has come to an end. The official declaration of the summit will be done by our President of host country Nepal. So delegates, with this the BLA SAARC Summit 2024 finally comes to an end. Thank you very much.
Not only exchanged ideas but also laid down the foundation for future collaboration that will undoubtedly pave the way for more vibrant regional connectivity. It is our collective vision and effort that will drive the progress we see in our trade and cooperation. Now, moving forward, let me recognize you all with the chairperson of this event, founder principal, Padusmani Dahal, Secretary General of National PAPSN Central Committee, coordinator of this event, Mr. Dhaniram Ora, coordinator of this school, Surendra Adhikari of Maldives, Asal Parazuli, the Right Honorable Manisha Rai, Prime Minister of Nepal, the Advisor of Nepal, Bimala Avasti,
The Prime Minister of the Delegation of the Bhutan would like to start the speech. Overview of Bhutan. Bhutan is a landlocked country located in South Central Asia, situated on the eastern regions of the Himalayas. As per of the latest available data, Bhutan has 727,000 people and a territory of 38,394. In terms of world ranking, Bhutan ranks 133rd on land area, 160th on population, and out of 190 countries, Bhutan ranks 26th in trading across board. According to World Bank,
Bhutan is considered one of the safest countries in the world, boosting a low crime rate. Moving forward to social culture aspect of Bhutan. Bhutan's social culture aspects are deeply rooted in its unique blend of Buddhism and traditional practices. The country prioritizes gross national happiness, Zeness, over its economic growth, reflecting its emphasis on holistic well-being. The majority of the population, around 3/4, follows Buddhism, primarily of the Tibetan variety. The traditional dances such as Goida, Jumra, and its literature, arts, craft, languages reflects its cultural value, and it is heavily influenced by Buddhist heritage. Now, let's talk about economic condition of Bhutan. Bhutan is experiencing strong economic recovery with the expected GDP growth rate of 4.4% in 2024 and 7% in 2025. The economy is primarily driven by hydropower sector, contributing significantly in all over growth. The inflation rate is expected to remain relatively slow, with the forecast of 4.5% in 2024 and 4.2% in 2025.
Bhutan has a free healthcare systems that cover almost 90% of the population, ensuring accessible healthcare services. The healthcare system is based on the primary healthcare approach, emphasizing preventive care and community-based services. The country has achieved significant improvements in health outcomes due to its well-functioning healthcare quality. The Ministry of Health is actively working to enhance access and quality of care, formulation, standardization, and digitization. Bhutan continues to face challenges in managing healthcare, such as strengthening school health programs and addressing specific health services, such as health programs and addressing specific health issues. Information on key health indicators, diseases, prevalence, mortality rates, health indicators, health care infrastructure, and workforce development is lacking. Let's talk about problems of health sector in Bhutan. Bhutan's status as a resource-poor nation poses challenges in improving patient safety and overall healthcare quality. Unequal distribution of resources and challenging terrain can hinder access to healthcare services for certain population. Lack of proper record keeping and insufficient data on specific health indicators hamper effective healthcare management. Shortage of well-trained healthcare professionals, especially nurses, can impact the quality and delivery of care. The increasing prevalence of no-communicable diseases and aging population present new challenges for the healthcare system. Information is missing on the impact of HIV/AIDS, maternal and child health care, food safety, tobacco, alcohol, narcotics, and suicide on the health sector of Bhutan. Let's talk about efforts made by Bhutan to solve health sector problems. Bhutan has invested in developing its healthcare system, leading to notable improvements in health outcomes. The country has ensured universal access to free medical services for its citizens. Initiatives like PHCPI aims to strengthen primary healthcare system, improving accessibility and quality of care. The government has prioritized health in its development and modernization plans, with the Ministry of Health overseeing related issues. In 2022, the government allocated $134 million to the health sector, demonstrating its commitment to addressing healthcare challenges. Thank you.
From SAARC to improve health. SAARC regional strategy on cross-border migration and health has likely assisted Bhutan in addressing the health implication of cross-border migration. SAARC emphasis on improving health as part of its broader goals has likely benefited Bhutan's health sector. Bhutan leadership in TCAR has facilitated cooperation among state sector ensures potentially positively impacting its health sector. Proposed assistance from SAARC has likely contributed to enhancing Bhutan's health system's overall performance. SAARC emphasis on investing in health, which has been shown to have significant benefits, has likely supported the improvement of Bhutan's health sector. aids needed from SAARC nations. Bhutan needs certain types of aids like health equipment, funds from SDF, and professional expert doctors like nurses and doctors. Now let's talk about conclusion. Bhutan prioritizes as critical domain for its development and well-being. The country has achieved remarkable success in providing free healthcare service to a large portion of its population. The government recognizes importance for socio-economic development, poverty reduction, and GNS. The Health Ministry has implemented active community outreach, PSC reforms, sustainable health financing, and strength PSC. Bhutan has made significant progress in its health sector, focusing on key result areas and performance indicators.
The delegation of Bhutan, your words remind us of the importance of regional cooperation and friendship. Up next, I would like to welcome the esteemed delegation of Pakistan for their presentation.
Guys, the delegate of Pakistan would like to start the speech. Firstly, education welfare refers to the effort made by the government and the society to provide quality education for all citizens. However, in Pakistan, education plays a crucial role in shaping the future and the country's overall development. However, there are significant challenges faced by Pakistan in ensuring access to education for everyone, especially in rural and underprivileged areas. Moving on to the geographical features. Pakistan is a diverse country with mountains in the north, deserts in the south, and fertile plains in the east. This diversity creates unique challenges in providing access to education in all regions, especially in hard-to-reach areas. Next is history and culture. Pakistan's history and culture are deeply rooted to its Islamic traditions. After gaining independence in 1947, the country prioritized education, but political instability, poverty, and limited resources have impacted the progress. Cultural norms, especially in conservative areas, can limit girls' access to education, although efforts are being made to improve this. The next is economy. Pakistan is a developing country with a large youth population. Economic challenges like poverty, unemployment, and limited resources impact the government's ability to fund education. A significant portion of the population lives in poverty, decreasing their ability to fund education. Legal and policy framework. Article 25A of the Constitution guarantees free and compulsory education for children aged 5 to 16. National education policy ensures access to education equally for girls and boys, providing equal opportunities for both genders. Provincial educational plans. The government of Pakistan provides the funds to the provinces of Pakistan to make their own strategies to fund education. Benazir's income support programs helps low-income families to support their children in school and provide economical support for those who cannot keep their children in school. Punjab Education Sector Reform Program. This program provides infrastructure and well-trained teachers to schools lacking infrastructure. Girls Education Initiative. This program provides awareness to hard-to-reach areas and remote areas where girls' education is not prioritized. It explains about importance of girls' education. Current education status. Pakistan's current education status consists of primary, secondary, and higher education level. The literacy rate is around 60%. Emerging challenges.
Many children, especially in rural areas, do not attend school or drop out early due to the poverty, child labor and social issues. Gender disparities. Despite progresses, girls face more barriers to education than boys, particularly in rural and traditional communities. Quality of educations. The quality of educations varies significantly with a gap between private and public schools. Public schools obtain the lack of resources, trained teachers, and modern teaching methods. Political instability. Political unrest and social security issues, especially in central regions, have disrupted educational system and lead to the closure of school. Now let's talk about vision for the futures. Universal education access. Ensuring that every child, regardless of gender, location or economic background, has access to quality education. Improved quality of teachings, training teachers, updating curriculum and integrating technology quality of into classroom. Gender equality in education, closing the gap in educational opportunity between boys and girls through the target progresses and policies. Economic support for families, expanding social programs to assist families who struggle with educational related costs. Independence 1947 to 1970s. After gaining independence in 1947, Pakistan faced significant challenges to establishing education system. The literacy rate was below 20 and most of the population, especially in rural areas, had little access to formal education. And the education system was highly fragmented, with difference between urban and rural areas. Urban regions has better schools, while rural areas lack of basic infrastructures like classroom, textbooks, and trained teachers. Cultural barriers. Traditional values and cultural norms often prevented girls from attending in schools. Mainly in the conservative areas, the idea of educating girls was not widely accepted, leading to low female literacy rates. Government efforts and reforms. During these periods, government focusing on expanding primary education. As the literacy rate was improved, but progress was uneven. Public schools struggled with overcrowded classrooms, poor facilities, and lack of trained teachers, which affected the quality of education. Madras religious schools. During the 1980s centuries, there was a rise in the number of madras providing a religious education. While they play a role in educating children, education condition in the present, improve access and enrollment. Over the past 2 decades, Pakistan has made progress and improvement in school enrollment, mainly in the primary level. The overall literacy rate has improved, but improved around 60%, with more schools being built and programs aimed to encouraging students to attend schools. Regional disparities. Urban areas like Lahore, Karachi, and Islamabad has much better educational facilities compared to the rural and remote areas. Rural areas lack of outdated textbooks, overcrowded classrooms, and lack of trained teachers. Gender gap. There has been progress in closing gender gap. Most of the girls are attending schools compared to the past. Disputes in some regions like Balochistan and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, the gap remains whole. Much girls are out of the schools due to poverty, early marriage, and cultural resistance. Quality of education. Quality of education varies widely. Private schools, mainly in the urban areas, often provide quality educations and modern, crucial, and qualified teachers. Public schools lag behind. Public schools have issues like lack of basic infrastructures, electricity, higher education, and technical training. There has been growth in higher education, with more universities and vocational training centers being established.
establishing government initiatives. Government introduced various initiatives to improve quality of education, such as single national curriculum.
And excellencies, honorable dignitaries, respected delegates, ladies and gentlemen, namaste and a warm greeting to you all. As we come to the close of the BLA SAARC Summit 2081, I stand before you with immense pride and gratitude. Over the 2 days, we have engaged in meaningful dialogue, insightful discussions, and collaborative efforts centered around our theme, our agenda, enhancing regional trade and connectivity. I would like to point out the topics that we discussed on over the 2 days. The topics discussed by the countries were as follows. Afghanistan mainly discussed over terrorism. The country Bangladesh put forward their concerns on transportation. India had concerns over population management. Maldives on climate change, which poses an existential threat in Maldives right now. Nepal was concerned over agriculture problems. Bhutan on healthcare. Pakistan on their education, especially gender disparity, and Sri Lanka on children's security. The passion and commitment demonstrated by each of you have been truly inspiring. We have reached the conclusions of our discussions, and I am pleased to present the resolution paper that reflects the outcomes of our deliberations. I will now proceed to read the resolution for your kind attention and acknowledgement. Resolution 1.0, authors Republic of India, Islamic Republic of Pakistan, signatories Kingdom of Bhutan, Republic of Maldives, Federal Democratic Republic of Nepal, Islamic Republic of Afghanistan, Bangladesh, Democratic Socialist Republic of Sri Lanka, to the SAARC Summit, Agenda Enhancing Regional Trade and Connectivity. Acknowledging the critical role of regional trade and connectivity for economic growth and stability in South Asia, noting with concern the persistent trade barriers and infrastructural challenges that hinder regional integration, expressing concern about the limited progress in addressing logistical and bureaucratic impediments to trade, recognizing the potential benefits of improved regional connectivity for economic development and regional cooperation, aware of the disparities in trade facilitation capabilities among member states, which affect overall regional trade and efficiency. Now, allow me to move forward to the decisions taken over the 2 days. Calls upon member states to prioritize the reduction of trade barriers, including tariffs and non-tariff obstacles, to facilitate smoother cross-border trade. Encourages the development and implementation of regional infrastructure projects such as transport and logistic networks to improve connectivity to the region. Request member states to streamline customs procedures, enhance transparency in trade regulations, and to promote efficient trade practices. Supports the establishment of a regional trade facilitation committee to oversee and guide efforts to improve trade connectivity. Affirms the need for capacity building initiatives to assist less economically developed countries in enhancing their trade capabilities and infrastructure. Emphasizes the importance of equitable trade policies that address economic disparities and support balanced regional development. Welcomes ongoing and future efforts to integrate trade policies within the framework of regional agreements and partnerships. Decides to review the progress of regional trade and connectivity initiatives periodically and to make adjustments as necessary to address any emerging issues. It is decided. Your Excellencies, I extend my deepest thanks to all of your invaluable contributions which have added great significance to our discussions. To the Secretariat and the Organizing Committee, thank you for your tireless efforts in ensuring the smooth execution of the summit. Your commitment to excellence has enabled us to host this event successfully, even if we hadn't followed the strict protocols and procedures of the SAARC Summit. We have applied slight modifications in the procedures for maximum participation of the delegates, and for that, we are deeply grateful. The journey of BLA SAARC Summit does not end here. We appreciate the Islamic Republic of Pakistan for putting forward the proposal to organize the second BLA Model SAARC Summit in Pakistan. It is decided. Let us carry forward the momentum we have built over these 2 days and work towards a future where regional trade and connectivity are just not goals, but achievements we can proudly celebrate together. Thank you all again for your dedication, your passion, and your unwavering commitment to our shared future. I look forward to our continued collaboration as we strive to make South Asia a beacon of hope, prosperity, and unity. Safe travels, and may we meet again next year with renewed enthusiasm and purpose. As we conclude this summit, I officially declare the first BLA Model SAARC Summit 2081 closed.
This morning he called me that he had some foot problem, so he asked me to go and try and take part in it. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to be part of you, amongst you. What step that yesterday I had an television interview with Ram Bhandari's popular agenda, and the topics was something different about the India-Nepal relation and Nepal's role in the regional and global context. But the meanwhile, the interview was continuing, and he asked me about the SAARC. The SAARC, as you know, that is not moving ahead. 19th summit, which was supposed to be held in Pakistan, is yet to resume. The main thing that he questioned me that SAARC is in coma, is not alive at most. But I opposed his idea. I said, I think a man worked in the SAARC Secretariat as a director representing Nepal, and also I headed South Asia and SAARC and BIMSTEC division at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs for some time before I took over the assignment of my ambassadorial assignment in Brazil. So I have something very closely associated with SAARC. And also in many occasions that I'm being invited at the Public Service Commission for, that SAARC is also one of the questions we need to ask for those who are aspirant to get enter in the foreign service. So every time I put some question about the SAARC, and also in the interview I used to ask, because that Nepal has done a lot of contribution to bring the SAARC in a present situation. Not only present situation, as you know that the SAARC Secretariat is in Kathmandu. That was in the 1980s when the idea of SAARC was germinated, and the first regional cooperation idea was plotted by late King Birendra in Colombo. So after that, in support of the other SAARC countries, that time it was not SAARC, but the South Asian countries, including Bangladesh, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, he was very handy, he was very supported to the idea of regional cooperation. The problem, you know, that in SAARC region, the relation between Pakistan and India is hardly, it comes in a very in a normal friendly relation, but always there is some problem is there. So the idea of keeping discussing in the SAARC agenda of the political nature was not favorable to go ahead with this SAARC. So they chosen that economic cooperation. Let us focus in economic cooperation, and you must have gone through the SAARC Charter. There are two provisions of the SAARC Charter saying that one is the decision of the SAARC will be taken by consensus. All has to be present to give a decision at the decision level meeting. That is summit that you just held. In the summit, all countries had to be participated. But in other meeting like Council of Ministers meeting, standing committee. I know Council of Ministers meeting is, that is a foreign minister level meeting, and foreign secretary level meeting is a standing committee, and the joint secretary level of the SAARC region head is a programming committee. So all these meetings, other meetings are not necessary to be participated by all 8 countries. There is a quorum system. If 5 countries participate, the meeting will go ahead. So with this provision, the SAARC is moving ahead. And coming to the yesterday's question by Jibram Bandari, you must have, if you have YouTube, you can see today also. Yesterday also it was in television. I contradict his idea is saying that SAARC is the meeting 19 summit is not taking place, but the SAARC is still alive because the SAARC secretariat is in Nepal, in Kathmandu. We have almost 100 Nepalese are working there. Not only that, SAARC has 5 regional centers, and one is in Thimi. We have a SAARC tuberculosis center. That is also a body of the SAARC. So all together in Nepal, we have many Nepalese are working in the SAARC related office. So we must give due consideration for their, phase outing. So what I want to tell you that except SAARC Summit, other meetings are taking place. For example, in September, today now is August, on September 26, something like that, informal meeting of the Council of Ministers, that means a foreign ministers meeting is taking place in New York. That is in the sideline of the UN General Assembly. Likewise, when the ADB meeting is, governing meeting is there, finance ministers of all 8 countries, they meet in the sideline and discuss about the SAARC. So formally, informally, and the technical, the programming is the lowest part of the technical programming committee meeting, which is a division head of the SAARC of the all 8 countries has to participate. Either by webinar, by physical presence, this meeting is taking place because this meeting is entrusted to pass the budget of the SAARC Secretariat and 5 other regional centers in the different countries. So SAARC is there, but only summit is not taking place. Now the problem for the SAARC taking place, 19th summit to be held in Islamabad, Pakistan is not, in the beginning India was opponent, but now I think that India too want to hold the SAARC summit because you might have heard that you have a representative from India. The Prime Minister Modi, he has convened a webinar meeting for the health concern 2 years back. That is a webinar, but it was a summit meeting. All the head of the state and government participated in the meeting, and from Pakistan it was the health minister attended. But the all country participated, and they decided that in case of the SAARC, in the COVID pandemic, what SAARC countries can do. That indicates that India also wants that SAARC, a platform is necessary for resolving their long-standing India-Pakistan relation. And yesterday I raised questions that when Pakistan is there, India is not willing to participate. But I question that you heard that Shanghai Cooperation Council is there, another body, where Pakistan and India both are the full-phase member. They are participating in the other meeting, India and Pakistan, they are participating together. Why not in SAARC? So this was my question. I think if you have time, you have my name and go in the Yoga television, YouTube. Tomorrow you will find it. But this question I raise all because that I want to provoke them, Pakistan and India. They are neighbors. Then what neighbors cannot be changed. Even though they please, they cannot change. When the pandemic was there, COVID, Modi called for the health because either COVID or plague, whatever disease or natural disaster will happen in one country, that will not adhere the boundary. This is line of control, and from the Pakistan side, it should not go to the other side. It's not like that. If any disaster happen, God will not happen. But you must have heard that again. Even in Japan, nuclear leakages was occurred in Chernobyl in Russia. So advanced country, they have some problem. The nuclear leakage is very dangerous leakage. If not controlled on time, that will be a very disastrous. India and Pakistan both are nuclear rich countries. If anything happens, then again they have to shake hand and they have to help. They have to seek for the help of each other. So this is the situation. I just provoke that SAARC is not for the other 6 countries, but SAARC is necessary for India and Pakistan. The both countries, they need one platform at least to shake hand and discuss on the common agenda. Like as I told you that some health vision or some other disaster, whatever it is, they have to sit together and resolve. So my stress was that in platform, though many say that SAARC will be replaced by BIMSTEC, but it's not the BIMSTEC. BIMSTEC is the intra-regional body. SAARC is a regional body. So we have a South Asian identity. All the 8 countries have achieved it. So hopefully that in future SAARC may take place, continue. It will be good for Nepal as well. As a founder member of the SAARC, as the prime mover, the time when it was not conceived, when idea was projected by our leader. So hopefully that in future SAARC will continue as usual. So with this word, hopefully that you must have done well job. The meeting of all levels must have taken in your 2 or 3 days, how many days you have practiced. But all the process of adopting a draft agenda and annotated agenda, and I have not heard that normally in the SAARC Summit, a declaration paper has to become out. So hopefully that you have the declaration paper as well. Thank you very much with this word. And I have seen a very good gender representative. The ladies are more. I have seen. It is good to see you. And thank you very much. And I am happy with you amongst today. Thank you very much.
प्रबोध सर, उपस्थित हुनुभएको छ, त्यसै गरी पत्रकार मित्रहरू, यहाँ सहभागी हुनुभएका सम्पूर्ण विद्यार्थी भाइ बहिनीहरू, शिक्षक कर्मचारी मित्रहरू र यो कार्यक्रमलाई असाध्यै मिहिनेतका साथ सम्पन्न गर्नका लागि सहयोग गर्नुहुने सम्पूर्ण यो टिम साथीहरू सबैलाई म स्कुलको तर्फबाट, विद्यालयको तर्फबाट र व्यक्तिगत तर्फबाट पनि म हार्दिक यहाँलाई धन्यवाद दिन चाहन्छु। यो पछिल्लो समय अर्थात् यो 2081 सालदेखि कक्षा 10 का विद्यार्थीहरूलाई सरकारले, वर्तमान सरकारले अर्थात् चाहिँ हाम्रो पाठ्यक्रम विकास केन्द्र या शिक्षा मन्त्रालयले 2081 सालमा आएर क्लास 10 सम्म आइपुग्दाखेरि हामीले पढाउने कोर्समा, हामीले पढाउने विषयवस्तुमा, हामीले पढाउने सब्जेक्ट्सहरूमा आमूल परिवर्तन गरेको छ। किनभने पाठ्यक्रम प्रत्येक 10 वर्षमा परिवर्तन हुने राष्ट्रिय नीति हो र त्यो नीति अन्तर्गत रहेर यो वर्षबाट क्लास 10 मा आइपुग्दाखेरि हाम्रो पाठ्यक्रममा धेरै परिवर्तन भयो। त्यो विगत लामो समयदेखि तलको क्लासबाट लागू गर्दै गएर क्लास 10मा 81 सालमा दिने एसई इक्जाममा आइसक्दाखेरि यो पुरा भएको छ, यो लागू भएको अवस्था। र त्यो लागू गरिरहँदाखेरि विगतमा 100 पूर्णाङ्कको प्रत्येक सब्जेक्टमा चाहिँ 100 पूर्णाङ्कको क्वेसन इक्जाममा चाहिँ सोधिन्थ्यो भने अहिले सबै क्लासमा सबै सब्जेक्टमा 75 को मात्रै थ्योरी सोध्ने चलन छ। यो चाहिँ के भने पाठ्यक्रममा परिवर्तन भयो र 25 नम्बर मार्क्स चाहिँ नि प्र्याक्टिकल चाहिँ के भनेदेखि मार्क्सको रूपमा प्रयोगात्मक परीक्षणको रूपमा चाहिँ के भनेदेखि सोधिने चलन भएको छ। र त्यही अनुसार अहिले विगतको एसई इक्जाममा सहभागी हुनुभएका विद्यार्थी भाइ बहिनीहरूले त्यसरी नै इक्जाम दिनुभयो। र सायद यो पहिलोपटक प्रयोग भएको यो अहिले पाठ्यक्रममा परिवर्तन भएको कारणले पनि एसईको रिजल्ट राम्रो भएन भनेर चाहिँ के भनेदेखि आम रूपमा चाहिँ नि यो चर्चामा आयो। र त्यसरी आइसकिसकेपछि हाम्रो देशको सरकारको थिङ्क ट्याङ्कको रूपमा यहाँलाई थाहा छ नीति अनुसन्धान प्रतिष्ठान भन्ने पूर्व राजदरबारमा चाहिँ त्यहाँ अफिस छ। त्यो अफिसले त्यो कार्यालयले यो एसई रिजल्ट बिग्रिनुको पछाडि के कारण र अब के नीतिमा परिवर्तन गर्नुपर्छ भनेर उहाँहरूले पनि वर्कआउट गर्नुभयो। त्यसमा यस्तै लामो सेमिनार गोष्ठीहरू भएको थियो, हामीहरूले पनि त्यसमा भाग लियौँ। र हामीलाई के लाग्यो भनेदेखि यो पहिलोपटक भयो र विद्यार्थीहरू पनि विगतमा 100 पूर्णाङ्कको 3 घन्टा लेख्न पर्नेमा अभ्यस्त हुनुहुन्थ्यो र अहिले 3 घन्टा चाहिँ लेख्न पर्ने तर 75 मात्रै फुल मार्क्स यो के अरे थ्योरी सोधिने र 75 को क्वेसनमा 3 घन्टा विद्यार्थीले क्लासरुममा इक्जाम हलमा टिक्नु पर्ने बानीमा उहाँहरू अभ्यस्त हुनु भएन। विगतमा 75 एकाउन्ट जस्तो सब्जेक्टहरूमा सोधिन्थ्यो र 2 घन्टा 15 मिनट मात्रै इक्जाम हलमा चाहिँ के भनेदेखि लेख्नका लागि समय दिइन्थ्यो। र अहिले यो परिवर्तनले गर्दाखेरि पनि एसईको रिजल्टमा चाहिँ नि समस्या भएको, त्यही अनुसार टिचरहरू पनि चाहिँ के भने अभ्यस्त हुनु भएन, विद्यार्थीहरू पनि हुनु भएन भन्ने खालको कुरा भयो। र अबको दिनमा त्यसमा सुधार हुने एउटा पाटो होला। तर के भने यो 75 फुल मार्क्समा 25 रहेको सबै जसो सब्जेक्टमा चाहिँ यसरी नै प्र्याक्टिकल गर्नुपर्ने, विद्यार्थीहरूलाई प्र्याक्टिकल चाहिँ के भनेदेखि गराएर 25 नम्बर चाहिँ क्यारी गरेर लानुपर्ने प्रत्येक इक्जाममा भन्ने अहिलेको जुन पाठ्यक्रममा जुन परिवर्तन आएको छ, पाठ्यक्रममा व्यवस्था गरिएको छ त्यो अनुसार पनि हामीले यो चाहिँ क्लास 7 र 8मा सार्क विषय भनेर चाहिँ जुन कोर्समा राखिएको छ त्यसलाई लिएर हामीले यो चाहिँ के भने डेमोको रूपमा सार्क सम्मेलन गरेर हामीले चाहिँ यहाँ आज यसलाई क्लोजिङ गर्दैछौँ। र मलाई लाग्छ विद्यार्थी भाइ बहिनीहरूको पनि पहिलो प्रयोग हो र हाम्रो शिक्षक कर्मचारी हाम्रा विद्यार्थीहरू हामी सबैको लागि पनि पहिलो प्रयोग हो। र हामीलाई त के पनि लाग्छ भने यो प्रकारकै डेमो सायदै यो मुलुकमा हामी अर्थात् यो ब्रेनल्यान्ड एकाडेमी नै पहिलो हो कि भन्ने यस्तो पनि हामीलाई लागेको छ। यद्यपि त्यसले खासै मान्यता राख्दैन तर पनि अब स्थानीय पाठ्यक्रमको पनि चाहिँ के भने परिकल्पना गरेको छ अहिलेको शिक्षा नीतिले, शिक्षा ऐनले। त्यसअनुसार प्रत्येक पालिकामा स्थानीय पाठ्यक्रम पढाउन थालिएको छ र स्थानीय पाठ्यक्रममा पनि स्थानीय चाहिँ मठ मन्दिर आदि इत्यादि देवालय र चाहिँ के भने विभिन्न त्यहाँका चाहिँ के भने प्राकृतिक सम्पदाहरू सबैलाई चाहिँ पाठ्यक्रममा समेटिएको छ। त्यसै आधारमा हामीले पनि बुढा नीलकण्ठ, हाम्रो बुढा नीलकण्ठ, मेरो बुढा नीलकण्ठ भन्ने नामको बुक पढाउन थालेका छौँ, पढाइराखेका छौँ र मुलुकभरिका चाहिँ स्थानीय निकायहरूले चाहिँ यो पाठ्यक्रम आफ्नो अनुसार चाहिँ उहाँहरूले पढाइराख्नु भएको छ, लागू गरिराख्नु भएको छ। र त्यसमा पनि स्थानीय विषयवस्तुलाई समेटेर स्थानीय चाहिँ के भनेदेखि पाठ्यक्रम र प्र्याक्टिकल गर्ने कुराहरू त्यसमा पनि समेटिएको छ। त्यसो भएको हुनाले अबको पढाइमा मैले भन्न खोजेको के हो भने अबको दुनियाँमा अबको समयमा चाहिँ नि हामीले विगतमा विद्यार्थीहरूलाई भविष्यका कर्णधार भनेर भन्थ्यौँ, तर अहिले यतिखेर चाहिँ नि वर्तमानको साझेदार पनि भन्नुपर्छ भन्ने मान्यता यो चाहिँ के भने समयले चाहिँ नि विद्यार्थीहरूलाई वर्तमानमा साझेदार बनाइएन भने भविष्यको कर्णधार मात्रै भनियो भने एउटा सोकेसमा राखेको विषयवस्तु जस्तो हुने भयो, उहाँहरू इन्भल्भ हुनुहुने भएर कुनै पनि क्रियाकलापमा। त्यसकारण पनि यो अहिले पछिल्लो समयमा पाठ्यक्रममा परिवर्तन गरेर 25 अनिवार्य चाहिँ के भने प्र्याक्टिकल गर्नै पर्ने, अर्थात् त्यो चाहिँ के भने प्रत्येक सब्जेक्ट अनुसार चाहिँ नि त्यो प्र्याक्टिकल गर्नै पर्ने भनेर बाध्यात्मक स्थिति पनि सिर्जना गर्यो। त्यसकारण हामीलाई के लाग्छ भने विद्यार्थीहरू अहिले वर्तमानको साझेदार हुनुहुन्छ, उहाँहरू इन्भल्भ हुनैपर्छ प्रत्येक क्रियाकलापमा। र अभिभावकज्यूहरूले पनि के बुझ्नुपर्छ भन्दाखेरि हिजोको जस्तो अवस्था होइन। अहिले अब यसरी गरिरहँदाखेरि मलाई लाग्छ 2-5 दिन क्लासरुमको गतिविधिमा चाहिँ के भने असर परेको छ, तर त्योभन्दा यो कुराले धेरै कुरामा चाहिँ विद्यार्थीलाई उजागर गरेको छ, सिकाएको छ भन्ने बुझ्नुपर्छ भनेर चाहिँ म त अभिभावकज्यूहरू समेतलाई पनि यो सन्देश दिन चाहन्छु। किनभने हामी कुनै पनि एउटा परम्पराबाट आइरहँदा त्यो परम्परालाई ब्रेक गर्दाखेरि स्वाभाविक रूपमा वाइवाट भन्ने खालका कुराहरू यो के भइरहेछ, किन भइरहेछ भनेर नबुझ्ने खालका कुराहरू पनि चाहिँ जिज्ञासाहरू पनि अगाडि आउन सक्छन्। त्यस मानेमा अहिले यसरी हाम्रो चाहिँ के भने विषयवस्तुले मागेको, हाम्रो कोर्सले मागेको कुरालाई यो स्कुलको हाम्रा चाहिँ एकदम इनर्जेटिक शिक्षक शिक्षिका मित्रहरू र हाम्रा कर्मचारीहरू, त्यसै गरी यो कार्यक्रमलाई चाहिँ के भनेदेखि एकदम नै मनदेखि भित्र मनदेखि र यसलाई यो प्र्याक्टिकल उसमा चाहिँ देखाउनका लागि जुन तरिकाले मिहिनेत गरेर चाहिँ एउटा टिमले हाम्रा चाहिँ साथीहरूले गर्नुभएको छ यो मलाई लाग्छ साह्रै यो उदाहरणीय हो। त्यसकारण पनि म यहाँहरू सबैलाई विद्यालयको तर्फबाट र सिङ्गो नेसनल प्याप्सन केन्द्रीय समितिको तर्फबाट समेत यहाँहरूलाई धन्यवाद ज्ञापन गर्दै म बिदा हुन्छु। धन्यवाद।
Model SAARC Summit back to 2022 AD at Maldives, and when we came to know that if the Master of the Political Science students studying at the master level, they are doing the Model SAARC Summit, why we can't? Because we are approaching towards the progressive education model. We are discussing the different kind of the project-based learning, and why we are not doing for the students who are reading the real SAARC at the topic of their social studies, studying at the grade 7 and 8. So we build one team, and this was not the dream shown or we dreamed about the Model SAARC Summit will be conducted at our school by school administration or only by the visionary of the some of the staff over here. We confined a refinery team. Then we started each and every discussion, how we start the proposal writing, what maybe the topics that in the SAARC Summit our different nations, whenever they are standing for the negotiation or for the resolution or for any kind of the agendas, whenever it came towards the SAARC. As we know that SAARC was the dream of two founding pillars of our SAARC nations from Bangladesh, former president I think Nazim Hussain sir, and from Nepal, our late King Birendra Vikram Sahib. They were the visionary people who dreamed about the SAARC. And our South Asian Regional Cooperation was also formed in a very good integrations, prosperity, where our regional cooperation, trades, and other different kind of the activities was being shared with this bordering nation. But after some of the conflict, disputes, already our today chief guest, Honorable Pradyuman Vikram Saha sir, he already told us, because he was the responsible person who worked with the, as being the director of the SAARC, and so many research we have done till now, up to today, but also we were in very misconception about the SAARC. within his 5-minute speech, the words, whatever he provided us today about the SAARC Summit, how it had been done, and what are the further plans, what may be the different kinds of the negotiations. So many things we were doing wrong, but I'm so much proud. By doing wrong, it hasn't created a big mistake, but it has given us the example to learn more in a corrective way. So from the bottom of my heart, I would like to thanks to all our advisors, friends who worked so hard for writing the reports, to prepare the presentation, as well as for their students to make able to be like a foreign delegates today, how they are standing in front of us, like representing the Prime Minister, Foreign Minister and the Foreign Secretary. So I would like to thanks to our advisor team. I would like to thanks to our today's chief guest, Honorable Pradyuman Vikram Saha sir. He is also the ambassador, former ambassador to Brazil, to Nepal, to Brazil, and our school principal sir, chairperson of today's event. I can't forget the very special guest of our event today, founder principal of Eureka High School, Prabhakar Rizal sir, our program media partner, Saroj Oza sir, one of the closest friend, vice principal from the Vedas boarding school, Vijay Neopani sir, along with the today's charm and the best guests or the best delegates of today's event. All the delegates representing from the different 8 nations of the SAARC. And to dream is very easy, but to complete it's very hard. So my team, Sakshyam, Acharya, Pravin, Nepal, and remaining all Devyani and all the teams member, we had already completed the Model United Nations last year, and this year we had started from the Model SAARC Summit, and in the future by the students of grade 9 and 10 nearby coming months. We can't finalize the month right now, but we are discussing for the Model United Nations version 2 in Brendan Academy. So I would like to thank each and every staff, my technical teams, my designers who worked so much hard, program coordinator Dhaniram Oda sir, school coordinator Surendra sir, who managed us to be able in this stage or in this hall, because he was the only responsible person to look after the school. So I can't forget him to thanks from this stage, because 12 to 13 teachers we are at this hall, but also our school was not given the holiday. So there were the different 12, 13 class were running at the down premises also. They have worked so hard. Every students were being encouraged. Every classes were being running smoothly. So I would like to thank each and everybody whoever are on this hall today, and to make this start a very good event. Thank you so much.